Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to a full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Off-Road Podcast. I'm Steve.
And I'm Ian, and we are here on episode number 49.
Nice.
Almost 50.
Almost 50.
No, you gotta say it 50.
50.
50.
50?
Yeah.
Tree 50?
I think that's the gangster way to say it.
Goes along with the sticker.
Yes. Let's just start with a sticker then.
Okay,
We've
that's
already
fine.
mentioned it. Let's just start there.
Did we sell some stickers?
We sold a couple, and I, of course, screwed it up.
How did you screw it up?
So I got 2 orders.
Okay.
Actually, I think I got 3 orders for Nug
Uh-huh.
Life stickers.
All right.
2 people bought multiple stickers.
Oh, okay.
And when I calculate the shipping, I have it set up. It's all based on weight.
Uh-huh.
So if I put something like the stickers, I charge $1 to ship an order of stickers because
Right.
it's just an envelope.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's fair. So when the problem is when you order 1 sticker, it's fine
Uh-huh.
based on weight. When you add multiple stickers, it adds the weight. It
Oh.
doubles it and it bumps it up into the next class, which is the like merch. So it's like $7 for like pint glasses or shirt, a bigger box.
That's too much.
And I'm like, so the first order comes across and it was like, I don't know, like $23. And I'm like, wow, that's a good order. And so I look at it and it was like 2 Nug Life stickers.
And
that was like it. And I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck did that work? So what happened was the stickers are $3.
yeah.
The shipping was $7.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, it wasn't $23, but
still,
it was up there.
like $11 for 2 stickers.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, damn. But he paid it.
Yeah.
I don't remember the guy who it was off the top of my head because I had like a couple different other orders too.
Uh-huh.
But so I was like, damn.
So do you just throw in extra stickers
in his ass?
So you like send 4 stickers?
I just kicked him a refund back
okay.
for the other $6. But I had to do it twice.
So you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just sent a refund back twice for $6 to each guy that ordered 2 Nug Life stickers because I'm like, okay, I'm literally not trying to bust it off in your ass and charge you $7
for
to
an envelope.
ship 2 stickers.
Good grief.
But he's like, yeah, I thought it was a little high, but whatever. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'd be pissed. So my bad.
I've been like, no.
Yeah. Like, oh, hell
I want to mention like, it says it's going to be $7 to ship your stickers.
Yeah. Is this accurate?
Seriously?
So I screwed that up.
The handling is like rather expensive.
Believe it's fixed, but if not, I'll make it right. So
right. Okay.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
But we got some Nug Life stickers.
Things you learn.
Yeah. Well, minor detail. I just got to set it up a different way for the stickers.
So we got mail today.
Mail call.
Do you want me to go first or you to go first?
I don't know what I pick one.
Okay. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Let's open this up.
No, the box is already open. Yes, he's struggling that much on purpose. I just want the people to know that was all unnecessary box opening B-roll right there. That was all uncalled for.
I need your reaction when I show it to you.
That's fucking pimp.
That's what I needed.
I wish this was live. No, I don't, because I don't want people to see me because I don't have the face for video.
So I got a package here, and it came from on the box here. The address, it says it came from RADesigns. That's where it came from.
Is it RADesigns or RADesigns?
Huh. It is RADesigns.
That's what you keep saying, RADesigns, and I'm like, dude, I do not understand where you come up with that.
You think he's over there screaming on the phone?
I hope he is, because every time you say it, I'm just like, oh, God. Get it right. Keep it tight. It's RADesigns. Thanks for coming to the party.
See what happens when you try to read it, but it's like, I don't know.
The 3 letters are
red.
even capitalized in the logo.
Anyway,
I don't want to burst your bubble, but I just ruined your life.
It makes me feel kind of dumb. I hate being called out.
I lost my mouse on my 2 computer screens for about 2 solid minutes earlier tonight, only to find out it's on the other screen. So
I have an RADesigns products onesie for Owen.
I love it.
I should probably take a picture of it and post it up.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Big ass logo.
First place it's going to get posted, Patreon.
Second place,
Instagram? No, probably Trail Riders.
Third place,
Instagram.
Fourth place,
Facebook when my wife takes a picture of it.
Fifth place
on him. Fifth place. How many places are there?
What's the 5th place?
I don't know.
YouTube.
Oh. Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah. In the episode.
As long as TikTok doesn't make the top 5, I'm happy.
No, because it's just not the right platform.
It's not profitable.
It's not the right platform.
Oh, Jesus.
It could be, I guess.
I was just talking shit.
Also, with that order, we got a stack here. Let's see here. I really wish that we would have had the microphone turned up so I could hear him like yelling at me.
You probably damn hear him yelling, and you'd be like, "Is he here?
Is he here?" How many? We got a whole stack here of the sweet ass stickers.
I love the logo. It's so simple, but it's
so wonderful. Anyway, we have a whole stack here. So these are giveaway stickers. They are in the thing. Hey, guess what you get to do?
Give them away.
No, guess what you get to do? You get to put one up there on the thing.
We're adding stickers to the board. I like it.
Eventually, we're going to have it filled up and be able to give it away to somebody.
Nice.
You know, if all of our previous guests would send us their stickers,
that is true.
We would have that
pretty full.
If Shelby would send us a smaller sticker.
Oh, you better bring it up, didn't you? So I'm legitimately opening this package for anybody who's now curious. This is true.
If that's the one I think it is, I think you're going to like it and be a little upset. But let's see what it is.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know that we were getting something, but I don't know I don't know if that's it. And I have not seen. Okay, so they're like maroon.
Okay.
Is there 1, 2?
There's 2. It looks like 2 shirts.
Oh
boy, there's.
Are they both the same color?
Come out there. No, there's a red one. And a blue one.
Oh, nice. Gildan Heavy Cotton. Jeep Doc on YouTube.
Oh man, it's got the like tramp stamp on the back.
Oh, nice. That's rad.
I've never seen that on a t-shirt.
I like that.
Check that out.
That's rad.
Touch
got
your
Jeep
hands.
Doc right on the back side of it.
Touch your hands.
Touch it. Damn.
I mean, it's got a Jeep on it, so I'll absolutely never wear it. But funny story about that one time. You want to see the blue one?
Yeah.
I was wearing a. It was a blue one. It was an Artec. You can have whichever one you want.
Oh, you're right. I can't have whichever one I want because they're both my size.
Or we could give one away.
Hear me? Oh, that's true. They're both my size.
Or I give it to my wife. Either way.
What size are you?
A fat.
Is that a 2 fat?
A double fat.
A double fat? Yeah, that's what I thought. So he asked me what size you were after he had already sent out this package.
Well, it happens.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure he's a 2 fat.
I think that's why my wife has a complete off-road shirt.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, she's XL.
Yeah.
She gets a red. Which color do I want? I think I want the blue one.
I think you can try them both on.
Try them both on.
Yeah.
Which one do you feel?
One fits your eyes.
Which one fits you better?
So back to my story. So one time I was sitting at a cash bash about 3/4 away drunk. And I was wearing an Artec Industries shirt and it has a Jeep on the front. And this guy leans over and he's like, "What kind of Jeep you have?" And I'm like, that was when I had the Sonoma, just got done on the it was leaf sprung on Dana 44 and 14 bolt with the LS. And I'm like, I got this. It's like a 98 S10. I got LS swap, turbo 400, 14 bolt in the rear, Dana 44, full hydro. It's on 40s, this, that, and the other, right?
Yeah.
And he could not have gave about 35 less fucks if he tried. He just kind of like, oh, that's cool. And turns around and I'm like, well, you asshole. Like, just because I wear a shirt that has a Jeep on it does not just mean that I have freaking Jeep.
You should have said a YJ. 94 YJ.
He would have probably popped a boner. He would have been super excited. And I'm like, but yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, it says S10, like everything, I could have said this thing was a fucking space shuttle with like thrusters on it. He wouldn't have given a fuck.
How do you like my seat cover?
The seat cover. It's real nice. Got it at Target.
Okay, I wasn't making that joke towards what you were saying, but that worked really well with it.
It did work.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
I put my shirt over the.
I covered up my seat.
Like people do in their cars. You seen that? Like seen people do that?
Yeah, it seems like a chore.
Yeah.
We also got stickers. That's a badass sticker.
Oh, we did? Oh, damn! I haven't seen that one.
There's that one.
It's like a hologram.
There's a business card.
Damn it! I gotta talk to Richard and find out more. We have
this.
Okay, this is all different than what we have received in the past.
This is a badass sticker idea that we are definitely stealing.
Okay. Oh, it's a QR code for what?
I guarantee it takes him to YouTube.
Fucking genius.
Mind
Do you have
blown.
a... Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I have a QR reader.
So I have a message on my phone.
Uh-huh.
I have a message on my phone from Rory, and it says Rad. So is it RADesigns?
I don't know. I mean,
I bet you I get another message here in about 2 seconds. I'm like, yes, it is.
I've always called it RADesigns
I think it's Rad.
or Rad Products.
I'm gonna feel better if it's yes, Rad.
Well, that's misleading.
I love that you have him turned down when he's messaging me.
So he's been yelling for 35 minutes.
Turn him up. You should have just randomly turned him up.
Yes.
Are you pissed? He's not even listening?
Nope.
Hello,
Marco.
Hello?
Marco. Well, we're just turning you up so you can stop yelling at your phone for a second.
No, it was fine. No, really.
No, really, it's fine.
No, really. He's like, it's
So
perfect.
I was
It's rad.
right.
You know why it's rad?
Because it's fucking not B&M.
Because those are my initials.
I was gonna say that.
A. Desjardin. Rad.
Rad.
Well, that just seems too
When
logical.
you said RADesigns, because I was gonna ask him like, what is RADesigns? And then when you said it was RADesigns, I was like, oh, it's his initials.
Well, I assumed that, but there's
Yeah.
not an extra D.
But I never put
Bro,
that together.
I've been selling the wrong guy's shifters.
I don't know who RADesign is.
Designs is sold out of shifters, man. They're like, we ain't got none of them left.
Yeah, they sell winter stuff. It's
boy.
fine.
All right. Well, we are going to finish up.
We need to do more
new
things.
stuff, and then we're going to bring in
Dude,
Mr.
Richard, this
RAD.
Man, you can put him back. Okay.
Yeah, he's muted again. I have the power in my
You
finger.
are back in the mute. I'm going to message Richard and ask him where he got these
The chrome.
the chrome Jeep Dock stickers. That's rad.
Oh, I know. It's badass. But could you imagine that in the sunlight?
How much did that cost?
I don't care. It's awesome. Priceless for epicness.
He has so much cool stuff. Like he's got shirts, he's got stickers.
Yep.
Like I don't even know if it's his full-time gig or if it's a part-time gig.
He's doing it right.
This part is definitely right. Go check out Jeep Dock on YouTube. Go like and subscribe.
Yep.
What's that thing you like to say?
Smash the bell.
Okay, that thing. Really,
It's very enthusiastic.
You're gonna get a notification once a week from him. It's not
I
like
don't even listen to
he's
my
gonna send you
YouTube
mail.
notifications. I looked down this morning, I had 300 of them.
I shut mine off.
Delete.
I shut mine off because I'm I will get on YouTube and it will I get on YouTube every day.
I watch all my videos every week or every day when they come out anyway.
Yep. So
Awesome.
if you're not subbed up, go subscribe up to Jeep Dock YouTube channel. That way you can launch his numbers up and go check out some of his videos. They're pretty good. So
In other news,
last week I was so distracted with deer meat and crackers.
yeah, you pretty much pounded some crackers last night.
Dude, and I was going to keep on eating that deer meat too because it was fantastic.
Oh, it was delicious.
Yes. I was so distracted with that and with having Jeremy here and actually having something to talk about with the Jeep that I completely forgot to do the Patreon shout outs. And so I feel like a dick. Do you feel like a dick?
No, not really.
Okay, good.
I mean, it happens.
You can. I'll bear all the load. It's fine.
That you should. I mean, I solely blame this upon your shoulders.
So I don't remember how far back I don't remember. Let's see here. I want to say I shouted out.
Shout every single
Okay,
one of them out.
Dylan.
Can you do that?
Dylan, I did.
Okay.
I remember that.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I didn't do. So if I did Dylan, then I also did Josh Wilson. Okay, so we have not, to my best of my knowledge, we have not shouted out Richard Millam, which is Jeep Dock.
Mr. Jeep Dock.
I think that name is right. Millam?
I always say it Milam.
It might be Milam because it's one L.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard. I'm over here just butchering your name. Who else can I butcher? I have some good names on here to butcher. And I didn't ask him how to say it. Or maybe I did. Either way, Josh, is it Josh Steinhilber? Steinhilber.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
It's not your normal name.
Yeah, it's not Smith.
Yeah.
Josh, thanks for joining Patreon. Then we have this one here. I've never heard of this guy. I think it's RADesigns Products. They're a patron.
Is it Rad or RA? The world just doesn't know until
Rory
turn his
jumped
mic
on,
up.
and he is now on the Patreon group. Dustin Fisher is on the patrons, is one of our new patrons. Thank you. Joshua Dautenhan. Damn it.
You just need to pick one and go with it. Like, you know, if you're going to fuck it up,
like,
just like, don't let them know you fucked it
yeah.
up. That's what I would do.
Anyway, yep. Joshua's in there. It may be Josh. It's Joshua here. We might call him Josh.
We'll call him Josh.
Josh.
I've never met a Joshua that actually gets called Josh. They're out there, I'm sure, but like everybody goes by Josh.
Most of the time. It could be. Adam Leitz is now a patron. Eli Ferguson is now a patron. Jesse Higgins is jumped on board as a patron. Are you ready for this?
Is this the bomb dropper? I'm sitting solid in the chair. Like, it's going to take a lot for me to fall out of the chair.
Are you ready?
Timmy Cameron. That's where I thought you were going. That's where I thought you were going. That's all I had.
That would have been pretty epic.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That would have been pretty epic. Bill Carter.
But I mean, it's not Timmy Cameron.
The mailman.
See what I did there? I just discredited everybody.
God, what a dick. But that's not the bomb dropper.
Okay.
The mail. Bill, thanks for joining the patrons.
Yeah. I'm just going to do it again.
Do you want me to read the full name?
Do you call him Tim or Timmy? I mean,
you're close.
His friends call
You're really
him Timmy.
close. You're really close.
I'm ready. I'm sitting down.
Thomas Douglas Forbes.
Never heard of
her. When that came across my phone, I was like, dude, what?
I'm absolutely excited, but what do you have to, he had to hire somebody to figure out Patreon for him.
Sam did it. Probably.
I want to say yes, but no, because
he figured out.
Could you see him like, honey, I need you to give these two idiots $10 a month because they say we're gonna get some free stuff possibly, and if you could, no, that's why I think he had to pay the neighbor or something to do it.
You're right, neighbor kid.
Yep, neighbor kid got paid to figure out Patreon.
So I usually send everybody a pretty nice message, like welcoming them to the patron or the Patreon and that. And TD, the message I sent him was holy shit.
Should have sent, is that all?
Is that all? Yes, I believe your pockets are deeper than that. Can you send some more?
Give us your money. Love you, boo.
But it sure did catch me off guard. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yes. So thank you to all of our new patrons that are not ultra new, like super new.
Yeah. Remind the people what they get on Patreon.
So on Patreon, if you jump in for $1, anywhere under $9, you get pretty much everything that we offer, which is extra content source. We do like a half hour, 45-minute episode every week before we fire this shit show up. And that is just kind of the behind the scenes. You'll get some good ASMR for about 3 seconds. It's worth it. Trust me.
We like to eat. So
sometimes we like to eat. Yeah. There's a time or two where the microphones may be on. We're getting better. I am learning now that we can put the microphones right in the middle.
Okay.
And still be loud enough that I can go in and tweak the audio later.
Okay.
So then you're not listening to somebody crunching on whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. But so you get that. You get the posts that I put up from time to time in there about stuff. You get added to the message group if there's room.
No, not the message group. The message group is dying.
Yeah, the message group, we're killing that one.
The inside group.
The insiders
private group on Facebook.
The ultra private, super
Pretend
secret.
He said nothing about the messenger.
Well, the messenger, yeah, you're probably right.
It's gone.
I think it maxed out.
That's what I mean. It's gone.
Anyway, you get added to the super secret. Okay, hold on.
Super duper top secret.
You get added to the super duper top secret group on Facebook. See, and I'll just edit that.
That's fine. But you shouldn't have said you were going to edit it because now they know you edited it. Or you just leave it all in there and we look like idiots, which is nothing new.
I kind of like that.
Either way.
It's a good idea. I was going to edit something up last week and I was like, no, editing this, like, it was too much fun. I had to leave it in there.
Well, that's a thing. We're not professionals.
Yeah.
We act like it on the internet, but we're not.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
Life.
So, anyway, you get into that. So then if you jump in the $10 tier, you're in the giveaway tier, and we're doing a giveaway just before Christmas this year. And that is going to be for minimum $500 value of off-road goodies.
Blank.
Basically,
I don't know what
it's
we're
going to be
gonna give away
something.
yet.
I don't know. It could be anywhere from parts and accessories to a gift card to a off-road shop that can get you parts and accessories. That may also be one of the options.
I want to know what the people want.
We will do that December 1st.
We do a vote in the
We'll
Patreon.
do a vote in the Patreon
thing.
group. Yep.
Okay.
Like, what
Make sure
do
you get
want?
in so you can put in your request for
do
what you would
want
like to
give
win.
away? Yeah.
That would be cool to do.
Yeah, it would be. So, also for every month that you're in the giveaway tier, it is an entry towards the giveaway. So if you're in it for 3 months between giveaways, that's 3 entries. If you are in it for a month, you get 1 entry. But either way, you have a chance to
in
win.
it to win it, you got to pay to play.
And you get all the other stuff.
Yeah, you get all the content.
And we really appreciate you helping us out because you guys are now funding this show. Like, everybody that's not a patron yet, thank the patrons on the Trail Riders group. Just get on there and be like, thanks, patrons, because they're making it happen.
But we also want to give it all away.
Well, we're going to give it all away.
Give it away.
We're going to give most of it away.
Speaking of giveaways,
Yeah.
not to shift gears, but shifting gears.
Mhm.
I admittedly completely fucked up and forgot to do this last week.
What happened?
We have been authorized to give free shit away.
By whom?
No purchase necessary.
Did you send Dustin? Oh, is he going to pick it up?
Who?
Speakman for the giveaway for winning my Jeep weight.
What did you? Oh, I completely forgot about that too.
That's fine.
It's been
I'll get with
a
him.
busy week.
2 weeks. Anyway,
Yes.
but he's coming up here with like in the next week or so.
I'm
so-
going down there. Oh, he's coming up here?
Yeah, he's going to be here. I don't know, pretty soon.
For?
I don't know. He's coming up here to do something, and he's dropping off my. I think he said he already has them. The Kyle Mang was selling those toppers, the beer like keg tappers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he picked up 1 or 2 of those for me.
Okay.
Yep.
I know we're going down there to do some exo cage stuff here soon. So, either way,
And he's bringing me a firearm to polish.
nice.
I know.
He's going to lose that in a boating accident, I'm sure.
There's a certain app that is going to love that.
Yeah. I don't know what that one would be called. So, my screw up last week is
Okay.
now your free shit this week.
Okay.
So, Hill Rod Films,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
William Wallace,
Dang, I forgot about
has
that.
stepped up, and we are going to do, this is just the beginning too. That's the exciting part. We're working with him to do some content for the 2021
Race
the
season.
race seasons. We're going to bring you some exclusive content. So I'm going to drop this. This podcast will drop Monday at midnight. So I will probably start it about the same time, Tuesday, sometime that you usually see the podcast post. There will be a specific post for it. You must like, share, and follow his social media stuff to be eligible to win. I do check all those. Like I'm a Karen when it comes to contests on Facebook. Cause like, bro, you got to click a freaking button. So we're going to give away some t-shirts. I got a pair of t-shirts to give away to the winner, and they're a badass t-shirt. So look for a post to come out Tuesday about Hill Rod Films, and we're going to give away some t-shirts because who does not like free off-road badass t-shirts?
How many are we giving away?
2
Two
wieners.
2 wieners.
Yes.
Nice.
Size of your choice.
Size of your choice.
Choice of size.
What size do you want?
So look for that. That's coming out Tuesday, and I'll probably run that for a week. Maybe a week. few days. We'll get some pump up the numbers. That's all I've got.
Nice.
So now I think it's time for the guest this week.
Okay. We'll bring him on here.
You gotta introduce him.
Is he still in here? So this week's guest is from Washington. Builds some of the coolest shifters known to man. And you should probably own one.
No, you should own one. Probably shouldn't. If you have to think about it, you already need it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's how the rules work.
Like, oh man, a shifter, that'd be kind of boom.
Done.
Ordered.
Bye. Shit's already boxed and coming to your door.
If you don't know who it is, it's Rory. How was it? Desjardin?
Yeah, he's going to yell at you now.
I thought it was the French pronunciation.
Why not? Why not?
We've totally ruined his whole career right now. It was like,
called it the wrong
called it
company
the wrong
name.
thing.
Mispronounced the last name. We're batting 1,000 right now.
We're fucked. Nobody expects anything less.
Exactly.
So that's the plus. Is
That's
it
the
has
best
to go
part
up from here.
about our listener base is that nobody bitches about it.
Well, they expect us to
Like
fuck it up.
yeah, and the people that come in that are newcomers that just show up, they're like, "I love your show." And I'm like, "Yes, that's awesome." And everybody that doesn't love it, they listen to the first 3 minutes and are like, "Fuck these guys."
Yeah, well, then they leave a bad review. It happens.
That's it.
So we're
Leave a
here to
bad
talk
review.
about shifters and everything shifters. And we're going to talk about, I got to bring this up. We got some stickers earlier in the year that are the coolest shit ever. That says hashtag make shifting great again. And I'm all for that. So let's talk shifter. Let's shift gears.
Yeah.
Was that a good one?
That wasn't bad. Yeah. I didn't think of any good like shifter stuff like to put in there.
We're going to shift topics.
Yeah. Shift into the next
Shift
thing.
on over to our guest.
Guest. He still thinks he's
You guys are
muted.
killing it. You're killing it.
We're losing ratings as we speak. So I
You
want
ask this man some questions.
Yeah, I've been excited about this episode.
Okay, so
for a little while.
What's the first question you're going to ask him?
I want to know how you got started in the off-road industry, like not just shifters, but like in off-road things. Period.
Back when I was a kid, I grew up on a farm, and the owner of the farm was the original owner of a CJ2A.
Ooh.
So that's like that and a good old quality Scout. Those are,
Yes,
a big ranch and lots of pasture ground. And you just had to go explore around and try to do as much stuff without walking. So, I just got into it kind of that. And then my first, car wasn't a car. It was a motorcycle, a dirt bike. That was when I turned 16. I had what they called the enduros. It's like a dual sport, whatever. So that was my first set of wheels. So it was always been about the dirt and off road, and it didn't really ever matter. I've had either motorcycles or 4-wheel drives pretty much my whole life, one or the other, if not both. So, and then I graduated from college and started working with some guys that were in a Jeep club, and there was these Jeep races, and I didn't know anything about them. So I had a brand new 4-wheel drive pickup and decided I was going to go Jeep racing at these races. And it was a blast, man. It was kicking butt and winning trophies, and it just kind of kept going from there, builds now and then, through the whole thing. So lots of crazy builds. 67 Bronco with a 429 in it. Just whatever kind I wanted.
sounds awesome.
So,
is it?
So what kind of race was it?
Did you just say a 69 Bronco with a 429?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
67 Bronco with a 69 429. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so was it I picture when you said races, was it like a motocross style, track kind of a concept without maybe less jumps? Okay, yeah.
They had what they call Jeep rodeos is what it was originally before I got into it. Then it just was Jeep racing because almost everybody had Jeeps then until I show up with a 1982 Dodge D50 4-wheel drive and start racing it with them.
A D50.
He hurt a lot of feelings.
We went from a shoebox Bronco with a big block in it,
yes,
to a 4-wheel drive D50 mini truck.
No, the D50 was first. That's what got me into off road, and there was like a local shop that we did things to the suspension to make it work better, and it was like racing harnesses. I mean, it's still street legal. I'd drive it to the races, race, and drive home. What year was all over the Northwest. So, but yeah, it's pretty much trophy in one event or the other about every time I took it out. So nice. It was a killer little rig, and then wheeled it in the snow. My first experience snow wheeling was in that. So
nice. Snow wheeling. That'd be nice to do. We don't get that in Illinois anymore. We can't afford it. They taxed it out of the budget.
Yeah.
So no more snow here. But maybe one day we'll get us a private jet.
I'm going to get a jet tour out to the Pacific Northwest, and I'm going to go do some epic snow wheeling.
I'm hoping.
Total Off-Road Podcast USA Jet Tour.
Yeah, that would be all right.
The snow wheeling edition.
We just have our own private jet. We're going to need a couple more patrons.
They're coming.
If you guys can just jump on that.
Appreciate you guys.
2 or 3 ought to do it.
So that's how you got started into off-roading. And so then at what point did you get into selling like shifters specifically?
So in 2007, probably it was, I bought an 83 Toyota and gonna fix it all up for one of my kids for when they turn 16, because he was only like 14 or 15 at the time. So I start going through it, new motor, swapped in the automatic, lockers front and rear. Well, then I come to find out, because I'd kind of been out of the off-road thing for a few years, because my kids raced motocross and we did a lot of dirt biking and stuff for a while, that I needed some way to control the stupid 4-speed automatic transmission. So like, what the heck am I going to do? So I figured out how they worked and what I would take. And I started out actually with toggle switches, and I'd turn the solenoids on and off, pretty cheap, but it worked. Then I figured out a way to make my first little ship, the rail that I have now, the first version of that, made that with little micro switches in it. And that's in its second generation right now. So, and that's 2008 when I started building shifters and selling them.
Wow.
Because I needed one for mine, and I post a picture, and guys are going, "Hey, that's cool." Well, I'm in a Toyota. Then I realized that transmission is what all the Jeeps XJs have in them.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's the same transmission?
4.0. So that's where the market was. That was the Jeep guys, because there's how many automatic Toyota pickups have you ever seen in your life, right?
5.
Yeah, exactly.
And about 3 of them were rusted in half.
And I had one of them,
That's awesome.
So wait, the Toyota pickup ran the same AW4?
Well, actually, Jeep uses Toyota's transmission, which is the AW4. Toyota owns like half of Ace and Warner, who makes that transmission.
I knew that I was a diehard Toyota guy, and you Jeep folks were subpar to the Toyota folks.
Okay, it gets better, because all those diehard Jeep guys with their AX15 transmissions,
yes, sir,
made by the same company.
Oh, boy.
Toyota owned.
Gosh.
And that's why the AW4 doesn't break, and that's why the AX15 doesn't break.
There you go.
The only 2 parts that don't break are made by Toyota. Thank you, Toyota.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jeep people.
I will go get a Toyota sticker tomorrow and put it on my XJ. No problem.
Yes.
See how easy that was?
Yep. Easy. And now I can afford a shifter because I have Toyota money.
See?
That only applies to transfer cases. Like, Toyota guys, no money except for transfer cases.
Now, isn't that some bullshit? How come the Toyotas can have like 17 transfer cases, but we have the same transmission availability?
Because you chose a Jeep.
So do I just need to go get a Toyota transfer case?
You make bad life decisions.
The rear housing is totally different between the two.
Oh, come on. But wait, the bell housing's the same?
The bell housings interchange.
Easy fix.
So here's what you do.
Go to get a Toyota transmission.
You can go get a Toyota transmission and bolt your bell housing, bolt your stuff there, so you can have a bunch of stupid Toyota transfer cases behind your XJ.
I didn't know that the bell housing came off the AW4.
Oh yeah,
I did not realize that. I think I had one AW4 out in my life.
You can actually bolt up a North Star V8 to that transmission if you find the right bell housing, because that was an option and there's bolt patterns.
There was just a moment
imagine
right there.
Imagine this. Okay, you ready?
Should I close? I'm going to close my eyes.
Close your eyes. Imagine this. I take the 4-liter out and I put in
12 BT.
I put in an engine that actually leaks more oil than the 4-liter that's in there.
But see, the problem or the benefit to that is it's not going to rust as fast.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
It's more rust prevention, which in the Midwest you need that.
But have you heard a
definitely.
But have you heard a North Star with like good exhaust on it?
Does it sound good?
Oh God, they sing.
So let's do it.
DOHC. I mean, it's like kind of like the Lexus when you use these. Oh man. Oh.
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh.
Just get you lifetime investment in rear main seals and call it good.
The Ford overhead cam motors.
Yeah. Amen. Now I want to do bad, terrible ideas.
Let's do
Thanks
it.
a lot, Rory. We're going to need to end this. Instead of buying a shifter, now I'm buying a new transmission and 5 transfer cases.
And you were mad at me because I
And a
wanted to
North
sell
Star
you a
engine.
shifter, and now you're buying a whole new rig.
Drivetrain. You're changing everything but the bell housing.
So why not just do a Northwest Fabworks doubler for your cool little 231?
I need to. I should. It's like, what, $1,000? Well, wait, with the Northwest Fabworks, do I need to source my own planetary?
Yep.
Okay, so I need to get another 231 and snag the planetary.
241. You want a 241 because there's more pinging gears in there. I'm pretty sure is what they recommend.
And I can snag that out of the HD pickups, right? The Chebbies. Derek knows all. Where's Derek when we need him?
Yeah, you're going to want to
He did the EcoBox, didn't he?
Yep.
Is that from Northwest Fab?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, EcoBox.
Yeah, EcoBox.
Black box, EcoBox.
Yep. That's what. See, I need to. It's on my list. Either do that or just buy a Atlas.
Atlas Life,
be cool.
bro.
You know, and with an Atlas, the nice thing about an Atlas would be I would do the 2-speed Atlas. So I'd have the doubler.
Not go with the 4-speed.
I thought that's what I meant.
You said
not
2.
Not 2 speeds. I'm sorry, 4-speed.
I mean, I went with a 2-speed.
You went with the 2-speed,
and I don't know why I did.
You went with high and low. I would go with the 4-speed Atlas.
Yeah,
and that way, and then I would do some stupid low range option. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be awesome to have that.
But you need a new shifter for that.
I would like to have like 120 something to 1 crawl ratio.
Just go buy a Toyota.
Okay. Let's see. How do we do this? How do we talk shifters?
So getting back to our original conversation about you getting into selling shifters. So now you've screwed around with your basically essential. I love when people like this is their start. They're like, I needed to do this. So I just figured it out. And it turns out I'm a freaking genius at it.
Yep.
Love it.
Well, necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah. And I love it.
So a couple years into it, I'm like up following some Jeep guys around who are playing in the snow, more snow wheeling. And this guy's got his XJ that, he invited me. So I'm kind of hanging with him and stuff. And, it was pretty much stock with 31 mud tires or something. I'm running, rolling on my 36-inch IROX in the snow. So I'm just like going wherever I want. So I'm out there trying to help him. And he's trying to rock back and forth to get through the snow. And he keeps missing gears and stuff. And he looks at me and goes, he has his window down. I'm trying to coach him and stuff. And he goes, why the heck don't you make a floor shifter that goes right to reverse so I don't have this problem? I go, cool idea. I think I'll do that. So that was when I started building floor shifters.
You make it sound so simple. Like, my buddy was yelling at me to like make something work. And I went, okay, cool. And next thing you know, boom, did it. Like, damn, man. I love it.
So that's the one, it's the rock floor shifter, and that bolts like in the XJ console, so it all kind of looks stock, so you don't lose your cup holders. And
I love how you said that.
It uses a stock shift cable, and the extra cable that's in there, this came up, last week? Steve, right?
2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks ago or was it last week?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
That extra cable is so you have to push on the brakes so you can take it out of gear.
When you sent me that, I was like, oh, yeah.
But that's a cable?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hooked to the brake pedal, and it comes up into the shifter.
Makes total sense.
And it's got a little lock on the shifter, so unless you push that down, you can't pull, even pushing the button in, you can't pull the lever out of park.
I'm going to delete that cable.
Huh.
But that's what you do. It's like people go, what do I do with the cable? I go, tuck it underneath the carpet, put it in your console.
Who cares?
Cut it out.
Whatever, up under the dash with zip ties, whatever you want to do.
Just cut it out. Just take it out completely.
Yeah. Is that a normal thing? Like, is it Turbo 400 or like a GM thing? Is that a GM thing?
It's in the column.
No, but there's something you have to push on the brake to pull it out of drive. But like on a Turbo 400 transmission, like what is it electronic?
No. It's in the shifter.
It's a mechanical thing that's integrated into the shifters.
It's in the shifter. Like,
boy, I just
the shift linkage mechanism, whatever you want to call it.
There's always something. There's like a thing there to mechanically.
That's make it so wild. You can't do it. I mean, it makes complete sense. I just did not really ever think of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of them have electronic one in them. I think I've seen that in stock shifters. It's a little solenoid that you have to push on the brake, and then that releases it so you can get it to come out.
That's probably what's in the
like, what was it? A lot of them, because that'll fail, if you look in like the consoles, there's a little tiny pinhole or like key slot hole where you can stick your key down in there to get it out of gear if that solenoid fails.
Huh. I do know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's where we got to floor shifters. And then I just wanted to build something better. So that's where the VX came from. It was just kind of, it took about 3 years from concept to actually having them selling them, just because I was just busy doing other things and didn't really spend a bunch of time into it. But now it's a big go.
Huh. So awesome. I want to run this down here on all your shifts, because I don't want to just pick on like one shifter, but I'm going to. But like I want to highlight all of the options that you have real quick, and then I want to dive into the VX personally, because that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's start with the basics. Okay. Work our way up.
I like that.
Right? The basic one's the rail. That's the first one. That's what started the company. Still sell them, quite a few of them. It's small, compact. You can bolt it in your console out of the way. It's really ideal for the guys that are still running the stock TCM.
Yep.
And want to have auto mode or manual mode. So during the week, they're daily driving, let it shift by itself. You put switches in, you can go to manual mode. You can control 1 through 4. Okay. The Baja is the same thing, that's just bigger. Doesn't really fit in a console, but like guys that have buggies or bigger custom consoles, it's nice. The bad part about those and everybody else, there's other guys that have built this type of thing, is that you don't have compression braking when you downshift.
Okay.
So if like you put your floor shifter into drive and you're driving along and you're first, second, and then you let off the gas and you just kind of coast. You downshift into first and you just coast. There's no compression braking. So that's sucky. And see, people say, well, lock up the torque converter. Okay, here's what I've known from, searching this out for, 12 years. The torque converter isn't made to be used in four-wheel drive, in low range, going slow, first and second gear. That's not what it's designed to do. You're going to create a potential failure doing it that way.
Really?
I would say you're essentially just going to overheat it. And you're just going to burn it up. No, but
if you lock it up.
It doesn't. From the information that I read, it actually said it's not designed for the high torque load like what you get when you're in first and second gear. That's why it doesn't lock up from the factory in first and second gear. Only in third and fourth.
That completely screws up what I was going to ask about, which was exactly that. Because how cool would it be to be able to lock it up and basically have a manual transmission?
That's why you get a VX.
Yeah.
See how simple that was?
I don't understand.
Just slid right into that?
We'll get to that. You just hold tight. Right, you get your pen ready for some notes, and we'll get to it, bud.
Yep. I'll be right here waiting for that explanation so I can just go ahead and have you press the buy button.
We've started out at the basics of the rail controller, like just the basic. That's entry level, I guess I'd call it. And then it steps up to the Baja.
It's simple. Yep.
And then where do we go from there?
In the truth, as developing product, it was the kits that go inside the winter's shifters that are sometimes not available for 6 months at a time.
Never heard of her.
Yep.
And so that went on for quite a few years until I really got the VX, fine tuned and all the features I wanted into it, and started bringing it forward. So
I want to pull this Band-Aid off just a little bit. because I personally find it interesting as hell. But I don't want to skim over it like you would like me to. So the control kits for the winter shifters.
Sure.
And I know it's not the VX, but I know winter shifters is a thing. It's popular. They're out there.
Yeah.
So what this is, as far as I understand, this is a kit that goes on to your shifter, and it literally allows you to almost like it turns your automatic essentially into a manual, but you also get the compression braking. So it's essentially like, I would say, and this is just my understanding of it, it's like a reverse manual valve body on like a Turbo 400. It's just like a
manual valve body because you can't do reverse.
Not reverse, but okay.
Yeah, it's like a manual valve body.
And you're talking like AW4, your 4L60, 4L80, or the 6L80. Right. See, I think that is, I mean, obviously, if you've bought a winter shifter,
the two Chevys, the Jeep, the Toyota, which is basically the same transmission, and then the 4R70W, I think, is the other one that Ford makes that you can do that with too.
Huh. Yeah, I just think it's interesting that that's an option. I mean, I know I've been in a situation where I buy a product and then later I'm like, damn, I maybe should have went with something different. And maybe you've bought the winter shifter and you're like, God, I really don't want to buy another shifter. Like, this is a pretty awesome option.
I think it's a great option.
In stock. You can have it in less than 9 months.
150, 125, 150 bucks. Interesting.
Whichever one you want, yeah.
I just didn't want to skim over it.
I build the parts all ahead of time. And then I just keep them on hand. So when people do an order, it's like about a week for me to ship out the door, depending on how busy I am.
Which is awesome.
And that's why it says all over the website, a week to ship, a week to ship. You know, it's just because, you know, it's first in, first out, and you got to put things together while you're still building stuff, while you're packing stuff, you know, so it takes a little bit of time sometimes to get through all that stuff.
Indeed. 10-4. I didn't want to pull the Band-Aid too far off with the winter shifters, but I think it's an interesting concept if somebody's already bought one and wants to upgrade that a little bit.
They have a great following in off-road. I mean, there's no doubt about it until, you know, especially in the last few years, they've become unavailable at times, which is really kind of sketchy.
Until that RA company comes around.
Yep.
So that kind of just drove me not to stock them anymore, because I can't stock something I can't get. I can't have that as a, you know, product to put on and off the website. That just doesn't seem to make any sense. But I still buy all the kits and stuff to go in them for all the shifters. So all the different model transmissions that they have. So
that leads us to basically the VX, as far as looking at the lineup of shifters, that now we are at the top of the food chain
for the transmission shifters. Yep.
So this is where I want to spend some time, because
now, hang on. Hey, let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
Before we dive into VX.
It's your show.
It's your show. We're just here talking. So I mean, you let us know what you want to talk at.
The Toyota shifters for the dual transfer cases and such. That's a huge thing.
I have pulled it up on the webpage and I'm browsing it currently.
Twin and triple stick shifters.
Yes.
That's been a thing that's been around since, what was it, 2011? I think I came out with that for the first model of it. And that's been huge, just because when you put dual cases in, if the traditional way was you have a lever where your stock one was, and then back where the second case is, you cut another hole in the floor and you have two levers sitting up there.
Yep.
Well, sometimes that's where your seat is or your console is or something. So I came up with that kit just to move everything forward and have them all there together. It doesn't always work real clean. There's usually 99% of the time floor modifications to do to clear all the linkages and everything. But, you know, you're putting dual cases in, so you're going to cut holes in something. So you just got to figure out where how you want to cut holes, you know, when you're putting all that in there. So, and then there's the heavy duty Atlas shift rod kit. And that came about. We're at one of the rock crawls, the We Rock crawls. And one of the guys that I was sponsoring at the time had broke one of his shift lever shoulder bolts off at the threads. So he gets it fixed, and that was the week before we meet down there. And so we're down there and he has the bag of broken parts and, we're talking on the phone. I go, well, bring the stuff with you. So I'm looking at it and I go, yeah, I can make this better. So was like, I went home and, did some little figuring and came out with this kit that gets rid of some of the squishiness and the weak points in the Atlas linkage, the pivot bolts and everything else. So that's just kind of people ask, a lot of it comes from that, a lot of it is most of the stuff is stuff I use or wanted, but sometimes guys that I know ask about something and we'll figure something out and it'll become a new product, or I build a custom one off for the guy and, nobody else ever wants one again. So you never know.
So where I'm interested, with my Atlas, I've got cable shifters and, I don't know what I expected, but I feel as if they left a little bit to be desired as far as quality.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe it's me, but like,
how does a cable shifter leave?
There's just a little bit of play in there where I don't know. Like, it's not like maybe it's just me getting used to this Atlas and shifting it, but like, I feel like it should just go into gear and just come out of gear.
But wait, aren't they straight cut gears?
Clunky. An Atlas is bulletproof, but it's clunky. And there's no way around that.
Aren't they straight cut gears?
But they've got synchros and shit that are supposed to help. But like, I don't know what I expected. But I think it's me getting used to shifting an Atlas. But it's just interesting.
Straight
to me.
cut gears just don't shift unless they're aligned.
Yeah,
like that's
right. And if it's in a bind or something too, it won't want to shift out of it. So you have to. Like I said, I've gone to usually at least 3 of the We Rock West Coast events every year. Mm-hmm. So, I know pretty much everybody that does that, and you watch them and you'll see them, it's not just click, click. It's like, go and rock the buggy or, hit it neutral or whatever. And you'll get to shift, but it's never just a smooth, in and out, like on your fly Cherokee.
I wonder if you could build something that was like, basically spring loaded. So like you could move the shifter to the shifted position. You know what I'm saying?
And then when it unloads, it pops and then as you start to move,
it would like basically complete the shift.
Guys have done that with air and springs.
Yeah. See, it would be something like that. Okay. Yeah. See, and so in a semi transmission or like a Spicer or a Eaton Fuller transmission for a semi, you're dealing with a similar concept. If you don't have it lined up perfectly, you cannot pull it out of gear, nor can you put it into gear. But like with the air shifters, you just flip that air shifter, and when you let out, when it frees up from that thing, it just instantly switches.
Bam.
Yeah. Right. Yep. That'd be kind of air shifter would be dope.
That sounds expensive.
Just do it and never look back. Yeah. Literally, you're like, next gear.
Buy once, cry twice. Somebody was yelling it. They're like, just do it.
There really must be a reason. I mean, I know guys that have done it,
Yeah, it'd be rad.
But it's not popular, so obviously there's a reason that it hasn't caught on.
Because
or else it would have been done a lot. The technology's not new.
No.
So, I'm not doing it.
Because everybody's just fine.
I mean, come on. We could R&D that.
Seems like for the right amount of money, I can pay you to do anything.
Yeah, that's the money.
I saw a guy on Facebook coax you into building a custom shifter for an XJ.
I don't know if I can pull it off, man. I've been working at it, and it's like, it's beating me up right now. I've got something that I think might work, but yeah, I don't know. It's that stupid console is just like the bane of my existence for those XJ guys.
Just cut it out, cut the console out, and live your life happy.
Here's what you do. You sell a shifter. You build the shifter wherever you want in the console, and then you have somebody with a 3D printer print you a new shift selector that moves it backwards in the console to wherever you want it to be. So like it comes with a new cover plate, basically.
That's some very Jeep guy thing to say. Why don't you just cut the shifter or the whole console out, weld your console up, and let's go wheeling.
God, because I want stock.
Oh, here we go. Go have your stock at the mall.
Well, because Walmart's more popular than the Badlands. I don't know.
Damn right it is. Hell yeah. Costco put in XL curbs for me to climb on for my 40s.
Here we go.
So, best believe that's where I'm going to spend most of my time. Now that I got plates for it.
Now that I'm legal.
Can
we talk about the VX shifter yet? Is that an open topic?
I'm ready for you to explain to me how this magical shifter somehow makes it so that I can essentially make my AW4 a manual.
Yep, manual control, because it has like the same kind of kit like I built for the other trans shifter.
Right, but you cannot lock the converter.
You can't lock the converter with the other one either. You have to have a separate switch for on-off to lock the converter, or run it in auto mode.
Okay, gotcha. So like my AW4 right now, it locks the converter, I believe, in third and fourth.
Yep.
Does it still
do level ground? Cruising
on level ground cruise. Yeah. Well, you gotta be in third. So
no, it's because I had hooked up lights, little LEDs to see how the stuff worked off the factory computer.
Right.
And it was like, I'm like driving along, and if I let off the gas, it unlocks. If I give it gas and I'm just maintaining speed, it locks up. If I give it more gas, then it unlocks. And it's just like, I don't know how much of the time it actually ever stays locked up if you're out on the highway. I never drive a Jeep out on the highway.
Oh, you get 538s, it just stays locked all the time.
All the time.
Just locks in and stays locked in. No, I was driving mine. Actually, with the 538s and 40s, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's unbelievable how much a difference that is to go from a 30, air quotes, 38.5-inch TSL to an actual 40-inch Cooper.
Like a 36 to a 40.
Yeah, you're like, I'll just jump up a gear size. Like, or 5.
So I want to know, so the VX shifter it's a completely customizable, like you can change the I don't know what I'm going to call them, gates,
stops.
I guess.
I call them the gate stops.
Okay, that would make sense. So you can change that. Now, what I don't understand, or I guess I just don't know about it enough to have an opinion. So you can change the distance between each gear on the shifter. Is that the way I read that?
No, what you're changing is how you want the pattern to be. Because if you're rock crawling, if you're one of the wee rock guys that are rock crawling, right? You want to be able to go from any gear to reverse.
Yep.
So the VX is designed to be able to do that. There's not a bunch of stops in the way. The lever stays centered. So if you're in first or you're in second, you can still pound it, and it stops at reverse. But if you're like Josh Atterbury in the Cracker Fab Jeep that just won the national championship, he wants stops for all the gears because he doesn't want to hit reverse by accident.
Yeah.
So he puts the stops in different locations.
Okay.
Nice. So two-time national champion, West Coast champ, Josh Atterbury, Cracker Fab. Yeah. RADesign products. Yeah, has been with him the whole time there.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Only the best.
So, okay. So basically you can, because I don't want to bring this up, but I told you I was going to. So my B&M shifter, I have a B&M. I don't know what the hell the model is. It's I wonder what that was. It's just a regular like cable shifter you buy from Summit. But you have to go in and you pull the plate off, and you can go in and like notch out the gates and all that stuff. So, and then it also has the reverse lockout, which you can cut out and disable. Basically just had to hack up a damn $300 shifter. And I've always been on this B&M is the best shifter, cable shifter. It's old school. It's awesome shit. So then when I finally it's time for me to order a shifter, I ordered a B&M because I thought I was ordering cool stuff. They suck.
Well, I've had, all the, 10-year like vehicles I've had. The Bronco had automatic transmission in it. And then my first car was actually a 70 Challenger with an automatic transmission. And so I've had several vehicles that I had the B&M, the Mr. Gasket, the Hearst automatic shifters in, and they all broke. Every one of them I ever had broke.
Yep.
I hated them all. And that was part of the reason that got me into building my own, because I just didn't like all the crappy little stamped steel parts and funky springs and, just to make it work. There's nothing simple about the way those shifters are built. So I tried to build something simple. Like my original rock shifter, floor shifter, I had a guy from Illinois, believe it or not, telling me that I build the AK-47 of shifters because you can dump beer on it, fill it full of mud, kick it, sit on it, and it still works.
Yes.
Nice.
I like it.
So I try to build something for the user,
and that's my thing with it is I just don't. Let's see, how do I want to put this? I'm not happy with the fact that when I pull you got to pull the little handle to get it out of park, and then you hit reverse, neutral, drive, and then there's a gate. So my problem is, and I've had this shifter, dude, like 8 years or something, the same shifter in different stuff because I've always ran turbo 400s. So sometimes you find yourself, you put it in drive, and you sometimes find yourself in first gear or neutral because there's just a little bit of slop in the, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where the slop is in the whole thing, but overall there's a little
here's
slop.
What happens. And this is a problem, I think, that doesn't work for the off-road industry. And I fought that, in all my vehicles because they have their own set of detents in the shifter.
Uh-huh.
And that has to line up perfectly with the ones in the transmission.
Yep.
So if they don't, the one's going to try to override the other one, and it's going to want to pop out of gear, not go into gear all the way or whatever,
Uh-huh.
So my shifter is you put it in gear, then you put the stop is. So when you put it in gear, it sits there, but there's nothing holding it except for that detents that are in the transmission.
So you can basically
it stays where you want it to stay because you're not trying to force it one way or another when you pick a gear.
Yeah, so you're setting that gate to make it perfectly dialed in.
And and you can even set them up so when you bump it, and you'll bump that, and when you let go, it's locked in that detent, and it might not be touching the stop, which is really what you want. You want a little bit of a gap in there, but then it's gonna be in the gear in the transmission, not the shifter trying to hold it in between somewhere,
And I think that makes sense because it seems like where the gates are cut on that B&M, it's like you said, it's holding it kind of between the gear, but it's not in the. I'm intrigued now because that makes perfect sense on my complaints.
Well, yeah, and it's like I said, it's like you've witnessed this while you moved it from transmission. Man, you've got to have everything just perfect, or else it'll want to do that. So.
I'm intrigued. So it just drives me nuts being able or not being in the gear you think you're is because the big thing for me, I know a couple people personally that have endoed their stuff over backwards and they get out and they're like, man, if I'd have just hit reverse and not park, I would have probably been okay. And you never know, but they had the mindset to slap it forward into reverse. And because they were pushing a detent button or they didn't have the right shifter or whatever, they grabbed park and it stopped all their momentum and they had nothing to do but hold the steering wheel.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So for me, that's always been a big thing is I want to be able to grab reverse. I don't want to look at my shifter to push a button to pull a detent. I want to be able to slap it forward, backwards, reverse drive, and then, work my stuff. And it sucks when you grab neutral and you go to let off the brake and you think you're in drive and you miss it because you roll back a little bit. And obviously I'm not doing comp crawling stuff, but I like to pretend in my own mind and not have to roll off of something to get back up to where I was. So,
right. That's the thing too with the VX design is because with the lever staying centered is that you don't need to run a reverse valve body to be able to go first to reverse or second to reverse. You just leave your standard valve body with your shift kit in there so it's nice and firm and you can still hit reverse from any gear. So
it basically I don't need the
saves
reverse.
Your money.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I never even thought about that, but yeah, you don't need a reverse valve body if you can just grab reverse anytime you want.
Right.
Okay.
And I've just saved money. You've spent money and I've saved money today.
Have you?
Well, I mean, I had to buy a shifter, but
everybody's happy.
I knew I was going to end up buying one anyway. I tried to get one for free like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, rightfully so, it's not going to happen because nobody's giving me any free products.
Would you give yourself something?
No, hell no, I wouldn't. That's why I don't blame anybody. I'm like, I'm not over here handing out free shit to anybody.
Okay, so I'm on the website.
So I tried the free, and I'm like, all right, one of these days I'm legit just going to buy one. So I'm like, I'm already committed. I just need like a couple extra bucks.
Two things.
Let's hear them.
Two things.
Did you place your order just now?
The audio Nazi in me is freaking out about you rocking in that chair.
He's comfortable.
I know.
Go ahead. Tell him to be uncomfortable. Tell him to stand up the whole rest of this podcast. And then he's just going to charge you extra handling.
Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, come on now. Oh, God. You're as bad as the ASMR in the Patreon group.
I'm over here loving this.
Okay. That was one thing. The other thing is I'm over here trying to order my shifter, and I have a small issue with the website.
Because you're using your phone? Tell me you're not using your iPhone.
I'm not using my iPhone. That's for sure.
Okay.
I'm a potato.
What's the issue?
I'm a potato guy. The issue is, so I'm over here. I'm on the VX shifter, and I'm everything navigates fine, and I can go down here, and the drop tabs work just fine, and it says AW4 transmission. So yep, we go ahead and click on that, and then I go to color, and seemingly all I can choose is stainless steel and midnight black.
Yep,
I don't see. Right. I don't see the option for bougie blue.
Here we go.
No.
Yep. See.
No.
Poor guy legitimately thought he had a technical glitch on his website, and he was like, his first response was, "Please tell me what the issue is so I can take care of it immediately." And you fucked him.
But look, even the international shipping is in bougie blue, but I can't get my shifter. But
that's as close as it gets, bud. That's as close as it gets is the international shipping.
You know what? If you don't like it, you can just keep on walking and shifting with your little button. You got dual cable shifters, bro.
17 cables and no switches.
You thought transfer or dual shifter knobs was cool. You got dual shift cables.
Stainless is kind of close. I mean, if you paint everything inside of low key.
Yes,
blue,
of course you can.
The stainless, you can polish it or get somebody to polish it for you. I'm not sure you know much about that.
Boy, he just paid you back well.
Because a mirror is the same color as whatever's around it.
I'm buying two shifters now.
It's a good thing you're not on my phone.
I'm buying a shifter for my pickup now because I need to.
Man, tell you what.
There's like 85 people just listen to this and just like took their beer and were like, fuck yeah. Like that was great. Yeah.
Daryl's over there going, get the mothers out.
We use a power ball on that.
Polish it. 300 series stainless, man. It'll polish up.
Oh, it probably looks
certainly will. I don't care what it's made out of. If it's made out of metal, I can polish it.
Yeah, but it's made out of quality.
It's made out of not gonna rusty stainless.
No rust.
Let me ask
no rust.
I got a question.
Okay.
Then
I have a question after that. Okay.
So I'm looking down here at the shifter with the control kits on them. It's got a little electronic dealio on there. Whatever. So can I put a reverse switch on the shifter, like to light up like a light if I'm backing up?
I could build it for the 3 speeds. I could do that on those.
Is that dumb? Is that dumb to want that?
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
Because there's just not room in there to make the cam that turns everything on and off work in reverse. I'm 99% sure. I think I looked into that and it wasn't going to be possible.
I don't know if I want that, but it'd be cool. My thought is that it would be cool to have, if you popped it into reverse, have like a reverse light.
Yeah.
Like a light or something.
On the dash?
No, right. I don't need to know if I'm fucking in reverse. If I'm in reverse, I know I'm in reverse. I'm thinking like what else has happened before?
But lights on the back of it, yeah.
But lights on the back of the buggy that would, like, if you're night wheeling, you shift into reverse, these lights come on behind you so you can see where you're backing up.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So because I can't see this on the website and I have zero experience with this shifter.
Well, here, let me pull it over here for you.
Okay, I can see that and I can look at that. Okay. So when you're in park, I'm looking at the gates on the shifter and stuff in the picture.
On the VX?
On the VX.
Okay.
So the shifter actually like moves side to side to go around the gates, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So putting a detent switch in one of those gate holes to trigger the reverse, the detent the detent switch would probably be too heavy for the shifter to push against. You think?
Yeah, it wouldn't work because it stays centered. It's not against the side.
Yeah. Okay, so where I'm looking at it right here in this picture, it's literally resting in the dead center.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
So you'd have to.
Lever's always centered.
Oh.
That's what makes it so cool.
Just blew his mind. Something I also want to talk about.
On. I have a thought.
For the love of crap, I'm trying to sell shifters today. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Never mind. It's invalid.
Bring it on, Steve.
I was going to say use a ground off of the reverse gate, and when the shifter hit it, but that would just, that's a lot of, you have to isolate it. And
Are you done?
So I'm trying to help you out. You want a damn reverse?
I know.
I get asked this quite a bit. If you have a Cherokee,
yes, sir.
Car,
I have
whatever you want to call that thing,
my reverse lights don't work, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, there's a little switch on the side. You take it apart, you clean it, and make the reverse lights work.
That is true.
It's all on the transmission already.
It's on the the switch is on the transmission.
Yeah,
I feel like I tried to do this and it didn't work.
They probably cut it off.
The neutral safety switch, reverse light switch, blah, blah, all that is the same unit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the passenger side of the shift shaft on the transmission.
Yep. So what is it dirty? So the contacts on it are, well, because see, the neutral safety works just fine.
Yeah, but it's probably different contact.
Or a broken wire somewhere. Don't beat on my shifter just because your Jeep needs some repair work. Please.
What? I'm not beating on your shifter at all. I just said I don't have reverse lights, so I don't give a fuck.
There's tension here.
Ian's over here with his bougie ass fucking S10 and wants to put a reverse.
Does the 400 have a reverse switch on it?
I mean, theoretically it should, I believe.
There we go. See? So we don't need one on my shifter.
That is true. I know for a fact. I know what you're talking about. And I did. Yeah, it's not hooked up. It's the plugs actually on the bench. Okay, so that would work. I was thinking, I was like, is this a stupid idea to ask for this?
Okay, like, so I see what he's saying.
No, it's not stupid. People ask me that all the time. Stuff like that. So.
I get what you're saying.
Use the factory switch on the transmission.
Which makes all of the sense.
Yeah. Okay, so come back to my selling here. So you also sell a VX shifter for Polaris XPs.
Yeah.
That's cool. You say it like it's no big deal. You're like, yeah. We got a couple of those on the shelf. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm looking at it because not everybody wheels buggies.
True.
There's some Polaris people out there.
There are
a couple of them.
Yep.
And they can have a VX shifter too.
What's Josh got?
A Can-Am.
Nah, he's out.
Nope. A Defender.
See, Can-Ams, a lot of the Can-Ams have a shifter set up like that in them from the factory. And I think some of the new Polaris, the last 2 years, those guys have, sorry about the squeak.
He's not really sorry. He just was
sorry, not
polite.
sorry.
Yeah.
They have came advanced listening to the customers and building stuff that, the customer needs, unlike anybody else.
Yep.
Not like Jeep that puts a big, huge engine in a Jeep and with no low range.
Genius.
With an all-wheel drive transmission.
Winning.
Is that what they did?
Yes.
Have you not been on the internet this week?
No. I'm not playing in that. No. Everybody's like, oh my God, $392 Wrangler. And I'm like, can't afford it anyway, so not even going to look at it.
All-wheel drive, no low range.
Who needs low range when you have 400 horsepower?
When you're going fast in the desert, you don't want to go slow.
Yeah, you get you to Walmart that much quicker.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. So they must be using the similar setup to what's in the Grand Cherokees then, for transmission wise.
Probably because they have that Grand Cherokee that's the SRT or whatever it is, right?
The Trackhawk.
The Trackhawk.
It's gnarly.
They have one that's with a big, huge motor in it. What's that called?
Trackhawk.
I have no clue. I don't do
that's
Jeep
a trim
things.
level. That's not the motor. It's like that.
No, it is the Trackhawk. You're thinking of the Trailhawk.
No.
Yes,
not.
There's the Trailhawk that's the trim level and it has all the 4-wheel drive goodies, and then there's the Trackhawk that makes 700 horsepower.
Your shifter is going to be 3 times as expensive as it would have been before this podcast.
It's fine.
You got this bad.
Just want to order it from the other company that takes. I'll make another baby before it gets here. Still be upset when it gets here.
Grew human, got the shifter, not the one I wanted. Can't return it. The return policy expired in 9 months it took me to get it.
Can now buy upgrade options to make it closer to the one I wanted.
So
the SRT8, isn't that what that's maybe what I'm thinking.
The SRT8 Grand Cherokee. Yeah, that's a bigger motor. I don't think that's still not. I don't remember how many horse that one is. But yeah, that's another option.
I thought there was one that was where it's like a name and they make like the same. What's the weird look like the Hellcat?
Yeah, that's the Trackhawk. The Trackhawk Grand Cherokee has a Hellcat motor in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes like 707 horsepower.
Is it over 100 grand?
98.
Oh, so
was the last time I looked at one.
No,
I mean, it depends on what trim level you got with it, but
so you could keep it under $100.
It just barely.
Nice.
Yeah. How much is the Jeep? I didn't even look.
I don't know.
Oh, well, you were perusing.
I don't look at the price. I don't look at shit. I look at the
They may not even have it out
stats. Yet. I don't care about how much it costs because I can't afford it.
I heard somebody talking about that they priced one out, and it was less than 100. It was like 80 or something like that. I think.
Yeah, that's no problem. That's good.
For a Jeep.
Cheaper than the trail one or the track one or whatever.
Go buy a JK and Hemi swap it.
Hemi swap it.
I think you could literally buy a JK and Hellcat swap it for less. And have 4-wheel drive.
I need a t-shirt.
Possibly not. From whom?
I might have to order a t-shirt.
See, seemingly, I thought somebody said they were sending us t-shirts.
I don't know. You got
Was I wrong?
I don't think anybody ever said that from this company.
We'll talk to the complaint department later.
It was a different company.
That was a topic because you guys brought that up. That you can't even go to the other guy and try to get something from. So yeah, that's probably what happened.
We try to get free shit from literally everybody. So
we give half of it away. Again, in all fairness,
to talk to. What can I do?
In all fairness,
you could send us.
I did get a free onesie.
Well, I'm just saying, if we had a giveaway, if I had a VX shifter here to touch, I'd
where's
have
this going to go on my Jeep? Because I'm stealing one of these.
I don't know.
Or is it going in the beer fridge?
I don't think you can put one on anything because you haven't bought a shifter.
Well, I have stickers, so I definitely can put them on something.
You didn't buy the product.
So then this has to go on the beer fridge.
I don't put stickers on things unless I run their products.
Well, then my beer fridge is like a throne of lies.
You're a poser.
Poser.
I'm glad we came up with that. I couldn't think of it.
You should see all of the things that I pose on my Jeep.
Like, I don't put a tool or a sticker like on my toolbox or my beer fridge that I do not like. I've peeled stickers off before because they'll piss me off, and I'm like, and I'm not buying your shit anymore.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
That's like how all the street hot rod guys used to put the window stickers in the quarter windows, back windows.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We call them scare stickers. You know? Oh yeah, he's fast. Look at all those stickers.
I know.
Yep.
I like 87 horsepower on one window.
I rep the people that I like to party with.
I do too. That's what my tailgate is on my Jeep.
Let me go look through the product page because I have more questions about some other things
here.
What
other stuff you want to buy?
What do you do here?
What do you want to buy?
So, I would like to discuss the accessory mounts.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to do that. You're going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
So, here is my... Have you looked at these?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Accessory mounts?
Yeah.
Let me come over to that side and see it.
Gosh.
What? I don't know why you're getting upset with me.
We are waiting.
Talk. Accessory mounts. Let's talk.
So,
accessory
it's essentially... So, are they aluminum?
Yep.
Nice. It just looks...
Powder-coated black.
Yep. And then so what it is for anybody that doesn't know.
They're anodized black.
Okay.
Not powder-coated, anodized.
Yep. It's essentially like what I would refer it to as like quick release fire extinguisher mounts, where it's a interlocked and then a pin to lock it in. But like you could use this shit on anything.
Anything. That's why it's called an accessory mount, not a fire extinguisher mount. Exactly.
I want to use, when I was looking at this the other day, I was thinking of like a high lift mount.
I don't know. I've had a couple of people ask about that, but I've never tried it to see
beer can
with the weight of them stupid things, you know?
And that's what I was like, because I've always kind of thought that with the same, like, fire extinguisher.
Do you really need a quick release for your high lift?
Well, maybe you do in a race situation.
Yeah. You know, I came up with one in my Toyota where I put the pad up, had a plate with a stud sticking out of it, or just a rod. So I put the base plate with a rod sticking through the hole in the base plate, and then just a stud sticking out with a wing nut on it to hold it in place in the back of the truck. And it's easy, simple. Take one nut off, you pull it out, doesn't bounce around. Of course, it's buried with it under everything else. But
well, that's the problem. I just like, I want to carry one so bad, but I'm like, ugh, they're just a pain in the ass to package.
They are.
So that's an option.
You don't ever use them. I mean, really.
That is true.
I mean, most of the time, you know, it's like rare most of the time you're going to go hook the winch cable up. Your buddy's going to hook the strap up. You know, not probably going to get out and use the handyman unless it's like the last ditch effort for something stupid you did. I mean, not necessarily you would do anything stupid.
Yeah, we've never done anything stupid at all. Well, I can officially tell you that you're now on the sticker board of Guess Stickers. Steve is putting your sticker on the board. That's why it's been nice and quiet for a minute.
Sweet. Oh, perfect. So let's talk a little more AMS.
Okay.
I know a guy that has, besides fire extinguisher, he used that same mount for his Bluetooth speaker in his buggy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just zip tied it onto it.
I need one of those.
And that way, when you're done, you can pull the pin out. And you just, it's gone. It's locked. The other cool thing about these are where that pin that goes through, it's 1/4-inch diameter pin. It's got a little ball detent on the end.
Yep.
If you had something on there that you didn't want to get stolen, right, at a camp or something, you're going to the store to get supplies, a long reach padlock fits through there. So you could padlock it on.
Huh. I was thinking like a gun lock, one of the like cable style gun
the cables?
locks. Yeah.
No, just a long reach padlock, just like a standard long reach padlock will fit right through there and you'll be able to lock your stuff down.
That's on the accessory mounts?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Did Ian say what we want to put on there? Buy a couple of them, put like some emergency bush lattes on there.
Beer mount.
Bush lattes.
Just in case. Yeah.
Grab the emergency beer.
Quick.
We are upside down.
That'd be great.
That'd be perfect. You could zip tie them on there.
You see like the video, like the Jeep just rolls over. It's just mangled, and somebody goes run up there, and you hear
bush. Like these guys know how to party.
Emergency use only.
Have you ever heard of one of your stickers like coming off after somebody put it on something?
No.
What did you do?
Dude, it's the stickiest damn sticker I've ever applied.
Why did you? Well,
I don't know what the hell that thing's made
why
out
did
of.
you
But
try
like,
to take the sticker off?
I was trying to take it off my finger. Like I was trying to get it back off my finger, and like the stickum sticks to everything.
Oh,
dude, I don't know what that is, but that's some kind of like
it's good quality stuff. We're not doing
aerospace grade
It's not made in
stickers.
China. I'm just telling you.
No
China stickers.
No China stickers.
Those stickers are not printed in China.
That is the kind of sticky I would expect to see on the backside of Pat's stickers.
Oh, the sticky
The
stickers.
sticky stickers be like that kind of sticky. Like you get the sticky all over your hands. You're like, why is everything sticky? Like, well, you were warned. Anyway, I talked to him today.
So here's the other question that I have about your products.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it.
See, how come you don't say that when we like tell you we want to do some custom ass dumb shit
Or free stuff. Just throwing out there.
I can edit it.
What were
Make
you
it sound
saying?
like it.
You must have gone through a tunnel because I didn't get that last part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bad audio. Yeah, we have
Okay.
that problem.
That happens.
So what were you going to ask, Ian?
The Radtainers. And
Yeah, aren't
it's a
those cool?
pimp ass name. But so what I'm looking at here.
What's a
for
red
this-
tainer?
Dude, do I have to show everything to you?
Yes, I want you to put it on the
All right, let me
screen.
pull it up on a screen here.
Okay.
This is the Radtainer.
Move your microphone thing. I can't see it. There's
All right.
stuff in the way.
We're doing show and tell now.
Yeah.
This is the Radtainer.
Show and tell.
We need to get a screen set up so I can see what you're doing.
Brake line. Radtainer.
Oh. Huh.
I'm assuming it just uses a regular hose clamp.
That's rad.
Yep. Regular hose clamp with like
It's
the
rad,
sleeve.
not R-A-D-tainer.
So what I'm thinking about is that would be absolutely perfect for a link bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
That would
I
be-
currently have mine are zip tied and I do not like it, but I've got the stainless braided lines, so I need.
That would have been perfect for
I
your
need
fuel lines
that.
as well.
Oh, dude, it would have been
Right.
perfect for everything. You sell those in like bulk.
Yes. How many do you want?
No, I
Hold
never
on.
have.
Let me look
he's
at the-
asking.
let
He's
me go
asking
look
if
at
he
the price.
He's not asking for free, but he's asking if he buys enough of them, does the price come down?
So you get you get 2 of them for $50. Is that a set of them? Is 2 clamps?
That's the clamp. And see, and there's a little piece of rubber
Yep.
that goes on the clamp.
Yep.
And that's really what makes it work. That keeps it from wanting to move. Because, like, this came about because there's that picture of it on the shock.
Yep.
I tried zip ties. I tried taping my zip ties on it, and it's still the hose would get pulled around in the tire, right where the tire's at, on the Toyota.
Yep.
So I said, okay, I gotta come up with something better. So I designed this.
So you get
Boom.
all right. So you get like one So you get the hose clamp, the piece of rubber, and the block, and that's one set, or you get a pair of them for one set?
You get 2 in a set.
Okay.
2. It says right there.
I know.
2
I just
machine
don't read.
6061 billet RADesigns.
It does, actually. I hadn't made it that. I was still looking at the pictures.
Are those polished?
They could be. So I need about 65 of those.
65.
Yeah.
What kind of bulk pricing can we get at 65?
65 divided by 2 times 50. Free sticker. Thanks for coming. I sell it all. Yeah, I'm actually going to look at those again for my. Well, so I've been looking at they're like a billet clamp. It's a 2-piece clamp that goes around your link bar and your brake line goes in there. But I just don't like that because it's a big ass clamp that goes around your link bar, where this is that like real thin. I mean, it's the width of a damn hose clamp. So it's not, I don't know, it just looks better personally.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do billet shift knobs.
Oh,
I do have billet shift knobs.
I do not polish those.
They're black.
Just being,
black.
they're black, so you have no billet to polish.
Nugget!
I'm excited.
Nugget! What are you doing?
The dog's making an appearance into the podcast at the moment.
Nugget. And then the plugs for your dipstick too.
Yep. So
that's big with the rock crawler guys. So when you flop, the oil doesn't run out of your dipstick tube on the earlier, just all steel tubes with the non-sealing dipstick,
So that goes into the
take your dipstick out and put that in the top of the dipstick tube.
Sorry.
Well, that's interesting because I have. So it's just a double O-ring, so it's not locking, so it doesn't. Wonder if that would qualify as a locking dipstick tube in like a race series then.
I don't know. Because a lot of the guys will use those ones that have the little lever that locks over them.
Yeah, which never works worth a shit anyway.
Right.
Huh. Those are
but
nice.
It won't fall out. Yeah, no. I mean, it's proven itself more than once. I've had quite a few guys get them upside down and have said, yeah, just a few drops. That's all that came out of the tube.
Yeah, but it's not pouring transmission fluid all over your exhaust.
Right, which it would normally with just this, the old school metal cap thing that goes on there. That's more like a vent.
And what's this thing called?
Hold on. Let me put it up on the screen so you can see it again. These are the trans tube plugs. So they go in your dipstick. Double O-ring seal. Billet.
They go in the dipstick.
They go in the dipstick so your shit doesn't come out the dipstick.
So what you
keeps your dipstick contained.
Does your dipstick go through it?
No, you just remove the dipstick completely.
You just throw your dipstick away because how can you ever check your fluid when you're out on the trail?
You don't. It's either got oil or it ain't.
Right.
I mean, you could
if it's not moving, it's out of oil.
Well, like seriously, like transmission fluid. Like I don't check it with the level or the gauge. I always put more in because I'm never flat. So I just put a shitload in there and it leaks out.
Turbo 400 blow out the excess, so you're safe.
You don't.
Oh, so you just fill it up until it leaks.
That's what the vent tube's for. That's the overflow.
Yeah.
Huh. You Jeep people don't understand turbo.
No, the AW4 is fantastic. I think it's maybe like this.
That's made by Toyota.
Right. That's the reason it's fantastic.
I mean that.
That's the reason it works every time. If the Turbo 400 was made by Toyota, it'd be able to hold 2,000 horsepower stock.
Yeah, stock.
And it would be able to function at any angle, upside down included.
It would have a higher quality output mounting surface because every 400 is like fucked in one of those holes. God. You also offer, I love these Carling style switches because that's what's in my buggy. The switch bezels and the Carling style switches.
Yep. They're nice.
I'm excited.
What are you excited about?
My friggin' shopping cart just got I'm going to buy a shifter.
Are the patrons going to be able to cover it?
No.
Oh boy.
Nope.
That's not good.
The problem is I don't know how many RADesigns I need.
65.
I don't need 65 of them.
Oh.
But I think
you can put them on the website. Put the extra on the
4.
website. Buy them at a steep discount in bulk and then put them on the website.
Yeah, that helps me.
Yeah. Appreciate the services.
You're welcome. We'll put your name up there.
Yeah, we'll put people will know. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe 4 of the RADesigns per link bar. Is that too many?
4 per link bar?
Yeah, like I don't.
Well, that seems like a lot.
That seems excessive.
2, honestly.
Okay, so 2 would work.
A pair.
One at like each end and one in the center. I got long link bars.
How long?
Oh, well, I mean,
You doing front and rear? Or
Yeah,
Well,
no,
he has like
yeah.
140-inch wheelbase or something weird like that,
it's
right?
134. Get it right.
Does your front come to a T on the rear end? Like, do you just have one brake line running back up or 2?
Yeah, no, I've got
Oh.
one brake line running and then it tees across.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'd need a pair. You need 2 pair to do the front and the rear.
I'd probably need 3 per link bar.
You think so?
One on each end and one in the center.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
So you
things
need
to be
3 pairs.
straight and tight. So I need 3. God damn it.
Yep. Your old pocketbook's hurting you now, buddy.
Yeah,
That's what you need.
it is.
The nicest of the nice.
Because I'm not getting a discount code for this badass shifter.
Yeah. Where's that at?
Can I do a trade program if I send you a B&M shifter and you send me a VX? Is that a possibility?
I like that.
So over the years, when I'm like researching shifters, I bought B&M, Hershey. I had a box full of shifters. All those,
Box full of shift.
just a box full. I ended up, I got a local off-road guy. I told him if he brought me half a case of Diet Pepsi, he could have the box of shifters.
Nice. So what we
So
can
they're
do,
not
There's
worth-
like a dozen shifters in the box.
No,
It's just,
they're
here,
not
take it,
worth
get out of my way.
much to you.
So here's what we
Yeah,
can do.
great.
We can send you a B&M shifter. You can cut rate us on a VX, right? And then here, like not too long, you'll have enough of them saved up that you can get you another case of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, or not.
I feel like it's a
But,
win-win.
Yeah, win.
I don't think he
Yeah.
wants my B&M. That's what I think I'm getting at.
I'm
here.
guessing he doesn't like Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
Well, you already told me you hacked it all up, so what the heck?
Well, it's okay. It's professionally adjusted to make work right. Okay, I don't know about hacked over here. Like, whew, that's offensive.
You can tell my drag racing buddy wants a shifter, and I go, well, I got this B&M that's hacked up, but you can't use it because it doesn't have a reverse
Perfect.
lockout in
It's
it anymore.
professionally adjusted so you can go backwards on the drag strip. I don't see the problem.
First, second, third, reverse.
So I'm scrolling the internet here, and I just came across something that's quite entertaining.
What'd you find?
So the Dakota Digital Gear Display works on the VX shifter.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you see the video of that?
No.
Is this a video? I found a picture.
To the
There's a
second
video.
screen.
Oh boy.
RADesigns
I want you
YouTube
to-
page.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay, I'm on
Uh-huh.
Facebook.
There's
I'm
a
on the
YouTube
wrong
page?
platform.
Oh, there's probably one on Facebook too. Yeah,
Huh.
somewhere.
I'm learning things.
That's incredible.
We have a YouTube page. Can we get the mirroring of the screens to be different so that I can see what
Oh,
you're
so
doing?
you can see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
I could change that, I suppose.
Change the mirroring so I can see both.
Anything else you want to cover with shifters?
Shifting.
Shifting?
Shifts.
Shifters.
What are we going
You like forgot one of the great categories here.
What I
Apparently.
forget? I got mine covered.
Fab,
I don't
the
need them.
fab
to-
tools.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, that's because
The
I
essential rad fab tools.
already looked at them, and I'm like, yeah,
Essential?
I could use a couple of those.
Are they
You know
essential?
you want one.
Let
you know
me-
you've got that Harbor Freight
No.
roll around stool that the shock doesn't work on anymore, but you don't want to
No.
throw it away. The seat's ripped up, but what do you do with it? You turn it into a fab crate cart.
Do
Yeah.
what?
Please hold.
Dude, yeah?
I'm working on the.
The hell did I just miss?
I'm working on flipping the mirror on the computer so that Steve can party with us.
Yeah. Currently, I'm in the dark just like you guys are. I can't help. I can't like comment along with the things that are coming up.
Okay. It's almost like a show and tell thing.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So if I come back over here
Okay.
to the products page,
Yes.
to the bottom, to the fab tools,
Fab tools. Okay. Essential.
fab tool,
Essential
tray kit.
rad.
Essential. That means that you can still use them right now during the COVIDs
Yeah.
without
See?
fines. What are we looking at?
So where we at? Where am I at? I'm not
Uh-huh.
looking at it.
I don't know. Ian does not know how to work it. It
so
says
here.
fab tray
So
and
this
kit.
is the. I don't know how to zoom in on that. Here, hold on. Let me click the button.
I need a video of that thing going on,
Yeah,
man.
you do.
I got one on
So-
my YouTube page.
If you look at this, this is the base.
Okay.
And this is the top. So this is, you see how you can like hang your fab tools and like there's slots and shit to put like your MIG pliers, your right angle square, your grinder, your clamps.
Okay.
Your square. And then it's got a base on it so that it sits on your cart. So it's like a little roll around tool cart.
Interesting.
Like it's the little shot stools with the round base that everybody sells them for like $20 or whatever it is.
Fucking red thing sitting right there.
So like 3 weeks after the fact,
throw that stool and that shock away. You take a piece of 1.5-inch tube and a little adapter thing and a piece of rod and bolt it all together, and you've got this thing you can roll around hang all your tools on when you're doing your fab work.
Holds 2 4.5-inch grinders, not just one. Two.
You tell me this 3 weeks after I threw away the one that I just broke.
Just go buy another one at Harbor Freight for like $8
at $24.99.
It's only $65. That seems okay. I don't want to say it, but like I'm going to say it. That's only $65.
Yep. I like it.
Okay.
I don't have a need for one yet.
You use all kinds of grinders and buffers.
I do wait, grinders. Where'd you have that? Was it hanging on one side of it?
Right here.
I can't see the.
So it's right there. Let me zoom in on it so you can see it.
Okay.
Right here. See the grinder?
No. Where you at?
Are you blind?
Yeah, okay, I see it over there. It's the screen at this angle is a little bit dark.
Is it? Because from straight on it looks great.
It's clear as day. I can see it perfectly from this concept.
Angle. I'm not gonna lie. God damn! Like every time I've talked to you, maybe I am upset now that I'm spending $300 on other stuff.
Could have bought a shifter.
Well, I'm gonna buy a shifter, but now I'm gonna buy all this other shit.
Man,
I don't call it shit, but like proverbial shit.
This other shift.
The other shift.
Man.
I should have been keeping a running total on all this crap that I need to buy now.
I got to keep busting my ass in the shop and on that one platform that I can't mention.
Don't say it.
To try to make money. Hey, you know how much? So check us out. I opened a Venmo account. And
I didn't want to talk to you.
Hold on. One of our listeners. One of our listeners has already ordered a polished cup.
Jesus.
That's how cool
Have some self-respect, people.
Thanks,
Do
Steven.
not support this man's crazy addiction.
What? That's not an addiction. It's my job.
Nope. False.
It's literally what I do for money.
I'm telling you, it's false.
Very much similar to standing on a street corner.
Let me roll back through the shifters and make sure we didn't miss anything that I wanted to talk about. I'm just jaded because like VX are bust for me. That's the problem. So everything else is dead to me. But
makes sense. Yeah.
I'm a selfish person.
I did not want to modify my center console, but after talking to you guys the other day about it, I was like, well, I mean, I guess that's what we're doing.
You know, Steve, Ian brought this up.
Yes, sir.
A week or two ago. That you can't reach your shifter when you're sitting in your seat.
I know.
Well, what the heck?
What's
the solution?
B&M.
Wow.
B&M, move it back.
Wow. All right then. Okay. That was an Ian comment for sure.
But you know, that's what it is. I mean, that's really kind of what it comes down to. It's like if you're wheeling and you want to reach that shifter, you can't do it at the stock location because the XJ was built to take the wife and kids to the mountains to have a picnic in the 1980s. You know, the little polo wearing yuppie.
You can say yuppie.
Cool dudes,
it's allowed.
You know?
Yeah. I'm that guy. Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Yeah. See?
Not in that Jeep anyway.
And then the Liberty came out.
Yeah.
And completely redeemed themselves.
Here we go. Oh,
yeah.
We're off the rails now, folks. We're off the rails. We have shifted gears. Did it again. Oh boy. So what are you going with? Are you going with the VX?
I'm just waiting to. I'm still looking on the internet.
Are you going with the Baja?
Hold on. I'm still looking on the internet. I've been searching here. I'm gonna find a company that makes a like OE fitment replacement that moves the shifter back, but still in the OE place.
Do you want to tell him that it don't make that, or do you want me to tell him that nobody's making that?
I think there's a company that's going to make it. It's like spring or summer shifters or it's something like that.
Summer shifters, huh? Okay.
Summers.
Boy.
Yeah, no.
I need another double.
It's simple math. If it's in the stock location, it's still too far away to reach.
Yep.
Fact.
So the question really comes down to Baja or VX.
What? I thought my only option was VX.
Depends on how much.
What was the Baja?
Show
me that. I haven't looked at the Baja.
This is the Baja. We
I was
talked
literally
about
It's
told-
a shift controller.
no.
It's for first through fourth.
No.
You don't get compression braking.
No.
Mhm.
Wait, compression braking. And that's from holding the gear?
That's from when you shift down, it'll go like downshift in a manual transmission. It'll actually
Right.
work. Otherwise, it won't.
So on the 1 through 4, how does it work? Oh, so if you put it in first gear while you're driving, it will just go to first as you slow down, like an automatic?
Okay, so the shift controllers, which are the rail and the Baja,
Yep.
okay, one's just bigger than the other. Same basic design, whatever, use. If your shifter's in the OD position,
Right.
like in a Cherokee, it's OD, the normal drive position.
Right.
You have compression braking on your rail or Baja in third or fourth.
Okay.
If you have the floor shifter but you have all 4 gears, you can shift through all 4 gears.
That's nice.
With the controller. If you have it in drive, you have
Mhm.
compression braking in second and third. You don't get fourth,
Mm.
but you have 1, 2, 3. If you put it in 1, 2, you have first and second and compression braking in both.
Huh.
So what you do is you take all that cool features of moving the shift lever and then the micro switches on the little one, and you put that all in a VX. So when you move the lever, it's like, bah, 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 chirp the tires when you downshift, get a little slide, all that fun stuff.
Interesting. Oh, wait. So you can do that with the rail? Or with
So the rail, look at the rail.
the rail too? Yeah.
Size wise. And
Yeah.
then let me go back here and then let me click on the Baja
Right.
and you will see, God bless it, if I could click the damn thing. And then here you will see the difference.
quite a bit bigger.
Same concept as far as I am aware. This just is designed to fit in the stock location.
The Baja was originally designed for a guy that's doing desert racing, in the Southwest. Called me up. Will the rail work? I go, no.
Oh.
He goes, well, could you come up with something? I go, yeah, I think so. So Baja. And now we're in third generation Bajas.
Version.
V3.
They've run all the desert races there are out there that the Baja series has. The Baja 1000, 500s, all those. There's been one in pretty much all those.
Nice.
So you keep talking about wanting manual. Well, that would be your cheap manual option, is to go with just a controller where you can basically
and
drive like a manual.
have a floor shifter you can't reach. So
Yeah.
that works though.
Okay.
But correct me if I'm wrong here. You could take one of those two, build a custom console, and just make it work. Right?
Custom console.
We've already established he has to go with a custom console.
Pretty much.
Like,
Which bums
but
me
see
out.
how nice this looks? This would look real nice. You polish this out.
No,
It'd look real
I'm not
nice.
going
And
with that
flush
one.
mount.
I don't like that one.
Okay. So you want the VX?
Yeah. How
Okay.
much was the Baja?
Well, here's the price on the VX.
It's 3 1/4
Okay.
No.
plus options. Oh no!
Not for an AW4. It's not
Right.
not for with control kit.
What?
Control kit.
I missed something.
AW4.
Uh-huh.
Solenoid control kit.
How much?
AW4
I
transmission.
can't see it. Your shit's in the way.
It's $440,
440.
Oh,
which is exactly the same price I was selling the other brand for with the control kit in it.
Yep.
So what's the other one up there that said AW4 that was for 3 1/4?
That's guys that don't want a control kit in it. They just want a new floor shifter.
Literally just changing your shifter and moving it.
Correct.
Is it
Correct.
almost? Is it almost like a not? I wouldn't want to say plug and play, but like you can use the stock cable.
No, comes
Oh.
with the cable, new brackets,
Okay.
everything.
Oh, okay.
The VX shifter comes with a 5-foot heavy-duty shift cable, all the needed brackets and hardware, extra stops of various links, and mounting brackets for the shifter.
We're gonna need a check for that.
Gee, many Christmas. So here's your VX4 or your many Christmas.
Come on.
For your AW4, your VX with controller right here,
Yeah.
440, right? Or you can come back down to either one as far as I would venture to guess, the
Yeah.
Baja or the Rail. I like the Baja because I think it looks clean.
Yeah.
And then polish that out, build you a nice custom console, inlay that, and then
I'm
you
not
just
polishing.
have that.
Is it stainless
On
or
the top.
aluminum? Top cap.
Aluminum,
Okay.
Boom.
6061.
What's my
Fill it.
price?
And it's $160.
Oh damn. And that does. And the only thing that doesn't do, the only thing the Baja doesn't do,
Is the compression braking.
does it
Correct.
do? Does it do? And it does the slap to reverse.
No,
Oh no,
it's just 1 through 4. You still have to use your stock floor shifter.
It's literally a controller.
Yes, shift controller for 1 through 4.
Where does it normally mount at?
In a custom console.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why you just fight this. Just stop fighting the custom console.
I didn't say it. Like, I have not said one time.
I said it just now.
Oh, okay.
You didn't say a word, but I saw it.
You felt
the
it.
The disparity.
Okay.
It's all on how much money you want to spend is the thing.
All the dollars.
Yeah, well, then buy a VX.
You know, if you haven't noticed since we started this podcast,
buy once, cry twice. That's what I heard somebody say.
I mean, that's on a t-shirt.
Hold on. Who has air lockers and who has welded diffs?
I have spools on the way.
Oh.
Well, not like on. I mean, proverbially, they're.
I have spools in the process. Cart. They're in the cart.
Yeah. They're waiting for me to come back.
I thought you actually pulled the trigger.
No.
Clearly.
Not yet. I have other developments in that department.
Nice.
All right. What else did we miss? Did we miss anything shifter wise? I think we've sold Steve on a VX, which is my goal. Custom console, VX shifter, have a nice life.
Polish it all out, make it look cool.
Done.
I'm going to hide it.
You would not hide that. That's too pretty to hide. That's too damn pretty to hide. That's clean as shit. It's badass.
So I have guys call me and goes, does that have a cover? I said, no.
Need a damn cover.
And they go, oh, okay. And I go, well, part of it is you can see where your stops are.
Yep.
You know, with the top open. And I go, and the second one is one of the guys when I first came out with this, he goes, why the hell would you want to cover it up? That's badass looking.
Uh-huh. With all the holes in the side of it?
All the holes, the gates, it just looks industrial. I don't know. It looks badass.
So with the controller on the VX, you get the, how does that work? Is it literally just the control, like the other controller that you can buy separately? Am I reading that right or no?
What are you looking at right now?
Okay,
the shifter with the control kit?
Yeah, the VX for the AW4 with the control kit.
Right.
Is it integrated or is it a separate control?
It's integrated. That's like having, if you like took a Baja and a regular VX and mushed them together and had them do both of everything really well.
Nice.
See, it's got
which is why it's an extra $130.
Yeah, it's basically marries the two together.
Yeah. You put all the extra components in it, all the electronic components. Good grief. That's a intricate ass shifter at that point.
It's badass, man. Right? I mean, it genuinely is badass.
Nice.
Yep.
There's quite a few YouTube videos. I mean, not tons, but they're really ugly. They're sucky. I'm terrible at making videos. I don't edit anything. I just tape it and post it if I like it.
I'll make you a deal.
Oh boy.
So
I've tried this
time, man. I don't have time. There's just, you got to build shifters. I don't have time doing videos.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, and you're not going to like what I'm about to tell you.
Oh boy.
You're not going to tell me anything I haven't heard before, but
maybe. There's a wise man on the internet that's pretty good at doing marketing things. And his big thing about growing a company is you are a media company first, and you just happen to make shifters. Does that make sense?
I spend enough time to make all the videos I see all these guys do.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when they have time to live their life.
I don't know.
And build their product.
I don't live my life. I literally I live on the phone every day, all day. So, ask my wife; she will attest to it. She's not where I'm at. She's not a big fan.
Happens. I wonder why.
Yep.
I try to be proactive, with Facebook page, Instagram, but just to get the name out there, it's that type of thing, just to keep people interested in coming back and more people figuring it out, which happens, that it's growth. So
that's right. Slowly but surely, that's all you do.
Honestly, I do not have time after spending all day in the shop to sit around for another 4 hours and edit a video to get a 15-minute clip. So
right.
It's a lot of work required to get just a short little clip.
I feel like 15-minute clip is maybe too long. I don't know. Is there that much to do on it?
It's weird because some of the ones I'm bored, I'm over this, but some of them I can sit and watch, but I hardly watch any YouTube because I'm never sitting that much.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Podcasts, I'm in the shop. It's in my ears. My hands are busy. I'm walking around.
It's
I can do whatever I want, but I can't do I got to be
Video.
sitting down to watch a video. That's like,
it's passive is what that's the good thing about it is that, the passiveness of podcasts are wonderful. And that's what a lot of people say, like, oh man, I watch YouTube videos. I don't listen to podcasts. I'm like, I can't do my job and listen to and watch a YouTube video.
Yep.
Now I do listen to some YouTube videos when they're in that kind of format, like that. I don't have to like pay attention to what they're saying. But usually, like a lot of times, like if somebody's talking and there's a YouTube video going on, I want to see what they look like. Like I need to put a face to that voice. Right. So, but anyway.
And that's one thing in my YouTube videos, you'll not see my face because I'm just too damn ugly.
That's why we got a podcast and we are not doing TV.
Yep.
I got hands for video. That's
video hand model.
Video hand model.
Hand model.
So this website that we've been on, where can people find your products? YouTube. Tell us where to find your things.
www.RADesignsproducts.com. Rad Design Products on Facebook. Rad Design Products on Instagram.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Try to keep it all the same,
It works. If anybody is not sold on a VX shifter, I don't know what we did wrong.
I don't either.
And then it's Rory Desjardin on Facebook too, because I'm going to tell you right now, more people know me probably as Rory from Rad Designs. So they follow me on Facebook, and then they'll go and I think I have more customers on Rory's page than I do on the actual Rad Designs Facebook page. So just because they all just know it's Rory. Y'all talk to Rory. You know?
If they're not talking to you, they're not talking to the right guy.
This is true. Need a secretary.
So the Facebook page, Rory's Facebook page, is mostly off-road shifter stuff too, but a little bit of family, look what the cat did, look what the dog did, look at what I'm having for dinner, but not much of anything else. I try to keep it pretty neutral that way.
Awesome.
Because it is mostly customers.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if we have not sold somebody on a VX, I don't know what we did wrong, because we've proven it's the end-all be-all shifter.
That's why I sell them. That's why I designed it.
Boom.
Tried to make it be what it needs to be for pretty much anybody.
It's going to look good in my buggy, I think, when I get one ordered. I just need to make it happen. And along with
you know what they look like in a buggy? You sat in one. You've used one.
I know.
You played with one.
I need to see what it's in my buggy, though. Until it's your own, you can't fully embrace it.
It'll look just as good.
It does just look good. Sexy. It does look good. It looks better than the old B&M, that's for sure.
Actually, I think that one that in Shelby's buggy, I think that's number one. VX number one.
Wow. I feel like we should pull that out of that.
I talked about on the phone the other day. I told him, I go, I think you got the original one.
Wow. We should put that on a shelf or something somewhere.
And that buggy has the original Atlas shift rod upgrade kit in it.
Damn. Huh. I'm intrigued. Now
that has the original dipstick plugs in it.
Which one does?
Shelby's buggy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got all the things.
Why do you think my logo's on the hood of that thing?
Shelby.
There's a reason.
Oh. I thought that was the best looking thing about the rig, really.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. Awesome.
It's the only reason it made up that obstacle the other day, I'm pretty sure.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
It was in the right gear, that's for sure. It's a shifter. It's all the shifter. Nothing to do with anything else. All the shifter.
It didn't go shift on you or anything,
That is true.
Yep.
Didn't fall out of gear. That's been
didn't fall out of gear.
Before.
These are all important things.
Well, I think we're going to wrap this section and finish out the podcast.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Is that all you want to do?
That's all I got.
Okay.
I'm shifted out. I'm going to shift gears on out of the shifter.
Aight then.
Cool. Well, we appreciate all the info. I definitely learned some things. I mean, I think it's funny when you talk to people and they're like, oh, you're going to talk about shifters?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually am. Don't you just put it in drive and go? Damn it. So
yes,
I think we've shown that there's more than that.
Yeah. Sure, on the trail, no.
In case you need to hit them Costco curbs.
Gotta hit them Costco curbs.
2-for-1 special, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Get you a Costco curb.
Yep. Awesome. Well, that's all I got. Rory, I appreciate the time and the information, and we will catch up with you here later.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you much.
Thanks, Rory.
You bet.
Okay, bye.
Last call.
Yeah, last call. Did you order your shifter yet?
Nope.
Oh.
It's in the mail. Check's in the mail.
Oh, the check's in the mail?
Check's in the mail.
I got you. I'm going to order one eventually, but I can't say it's going to be immediately. First things first, I need to get it back on the road. It'll probably be next spring before I'm able to order one. Just because, I don't need one right away, but it would be a real shit deal. Like if I got into a situation out wheeling where I was like, oh, well, if you could have slammed it in reverse, you would have been okay. But damn it, I was going to ask him about my AW4 and getting stuck in third gear.
What do you mean by getting stuck in third gear?
So if the transmission gets hot, like you're out four-wheeling and it gets hot, it'll sit in fourth gear or in third gear and it's just there.
It's probably because the transmission's fucked.
I don't know, but then you shut the vehicle off and then turn it back on and it'll shift back into first.
It's probably because the transmission's fucked.
That's probably because it needs a VX shifter.
Yeah, well.
That'd probably fix it.
Start there and see where it goes.
Yeah. Yes, sir?
Are you excited about this beer?
Last call.
I already did that.
I know.
Like 5 minutes ago.
What do you got there? Ooh, I didn't even see you pour it. Who hand delivered that?
Scooby.
Oh, Scooby brought us the Hershey's.
Yes.
He texted me the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He was asking about the numbers, the download numbers.
Oh, yeah?
He was like, so what you guys is like release date numbers now and like your weekly numbers? And then I told him, he's like, that's so much more than what it used to be when we used to sit around and bullshit.
Yep.
I think he's spying for the other guys.
Bastard. He brings us beers, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? We have got the coveted Yuengling Hershey's chocolate porter.
Huh. I'm excited.
Okay.
How does it smell?
Smells like chocolate.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah.
It
Smells like Hershey's chocolate. Like it has that Hershey's smell.
Oh, God. It tastes like you're drinking a chocolate bar. The chocolate tastes like chocolate. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
What did Yuengling bring to this party?
The liquid.
It's carbonated fucking chocolate bar.
They brought the element of beer. Did you want your chocolate to have more carbs?
That's pretty good.
It sure ain't bad.
You know what I'd do with it?
Drink it?
Put ice cream in it. Beer float.
Huh.
Tell me that's a stupid idea.
I was thinking marshmallows.
Top your beer float with a toasted marshmallow.
A toasted schmello.
So, we changed things up a little bit this week. We're going to do what's new at the end.
Yeah. Because we had other stuff going on.
Fucking new.
Still new.
So, what'd you do this week?
I polished stuff all week.
Off-road stuff.
Hold on, let me think. Did I do anything off-road at all?
That's fine. Happens. Life happens.
It seemed like I did something. I think I did do something this week.
Wait, think.
Oh, I did do off-road things this week.
Okay.
I forgot.
Christmas.
It's been a long week. I had a lot of polishing to do, and I rebuilt my garage.
Okay.
Let me verify that I did in fact do it this week and what I did this week. Because I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. So what I did do this week is I already had the new seal housing.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy and I put that together, but I was supposed to get that cutter from you.
Yep.
I didn't get it.
It's at work.
Yeah.
You were supposed to tell me about it.
So I went and bought one.
Okay.
Does not do the springy thingy.
Nope.
That's okay.
Yep.
It's nice and tiny and compact and it does the job.
Get the job did.
So I cut my copper line and I got it ran into the housing all nice and neat. And I bench tested the locker and she works pristine, nice and good. And while I was doing that next morning on the Patreon group, somebody was like, "Did you weigh that thing yet?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot we were going to do that." Because it was like Monday I did the copper line, and then Tuesday somebody was like, "Did you weigh it yet?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let me go see." And so I took the old bathroom scale, I went out there and I put a microfiber on it.
Yep.
So I want to tear it up. It's
Don't
a glass.
dirty.
It's a glass scale.
Oh yeah.
Like drop it from like an inch and just shatter. And I threw it on there. What do you think it weighs? It's the chunk with gears, bearings, and locker in
85 pounds.
That's really close.
88.7.
Yeah,
I'm good at what I do.
Yep. Almost 90 pounds.
That's insane.
She's a fat little bitch.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that little thing would weigh that much.
Yeah, it's not light by any means. That's why it was so heavy, and that's why it's such a bastard to get into the housing.
It's awkward too.
Well, because you're sitting, like for me, I'm sitting under the Jeep. Now, luckily, it's tall enough I can sit upright underneath of it, so I don't need to like bench press it off my chest or anything. But still, you're trying to take 90 pounds from your lap straight up. You can't. There's no good way to hold it because you have to like put on the bolts, and then on top of that, you need to not crush the copper line as you're trying to insert it.
Yep.
So it's not easy, but it's definitely doable. So I got it all plumbed. The only reason it's not back in there yet is because it's been windy as balls and I've been busy polishing, and I want to wash the housing out and get the rest of the stuff out of it. And then I need to wash the sides, the seals and stuff on the sides.
Radio.
Yep. I get all that done. It'll be ready to go. Slam it back together. It's already got a lube locker. Should be fine.
Yep.
And then put the axle shafts back in. It'll be set.
Nice.
I was going to do that. Wednesday, but I don't remember what happened Wednesday. I was just busy. So our weekend got screwed up because the washer went out. I think did we discuss that?
No.
Last week. So the washer went out last week. So we didn't have a washer. It just did not work. And so we spent our weekend kind of just doing family time stuff, hanging out with the kid, going over, doing some laundry at her dad's house. And he got to see Owen. And then Monday, Jess was off work. And so we went searching for a washer. Ended up buying one at Menards.
Hot damn.
I did not get a Speed Queen.
Sorry.
Fail.
When your shit breaks, don't say we didn't tell you. Like, I'm over here just like, bro, I don't fucking care. My wife went to the store and like looked at them, and I was like, you just call me and I'll bring the truck.
When I get into stuff, I get into stuff. But anyway, so I had to do that, and that's why I didn't put the Jeep back together this week, because Monday got wrecked for doing washer stuff, and then Tuesday had to be Monday's work, and then Wednesday had to be Tuesday's work, and then Thursday I went and polished a semi, and then today I went and polished the same. I went back to the same guy and polished a truck and a trailer today.
Welcome to life.
That's how it goes, man. I mean, I was kind of hell-bent. I really wanted to do those trucks on Tuesday and then have everything else done in the week. I want to do the stuff on Monday and get all that out of the way. I was going to do the truck early. That way, like today, when it was super nice outside, I wouldn't have any work to do. And I could take the entire day to put the Jeep back together and then take it to the shop and weld the new purchase on, reset the pinion angle. Dude, it'd be done. Now I'm going to have to do it in the cold.
Next week.
I'm just going to bring it over here.
Yeah.
Park it in the garage.
Nope.
That's what I'm going to do.
Stuff in the garage.
It's okay.
Axle stuff.
It'll move.
So.
Yeah.
Center section's ready to go.
Your center section is.
Inner C's ready to go.
I'm actually kind of upset that you cut it up before I was able to video it.
Oh, well, I mean, you should have been there.
Yeah, the 60.
Oh, yeah, it's cut. It's done. It's trashed.
That would have been a killer video.
Junked. Wasn't that exciting.
I know, but like the fact that you were cutting up a 05 Plus Super Duty axle. That's the thing.
Bye, Felicia.
Somebody had to be upset.
I'm not even going to pull the cover.
Did you pull the shafts? Did you even bother? Yeah. Just right through the shafts and everything?
Oh, no.
Wait, could you reuse the shafts?
The inners or the outers.
The outers, but not the inners.
But not the inners.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really feel like sawzawing through axle shaft. Doesn't
we need
sound
the stub.
Like fun.
Oh, so wait, you can reuse the outers. So where are the inners?
They're hooked to the outers still.
Are we gonna get a stub?
They'll come in here eventually.
One of them at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so that process wasn't bad.
Nice.
I never detubed a 14 bolt, but it was a joke.
It was a joke?
As far as easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was pretty easy?
So you torch out. It's got 4 plug welds on each axle tube.
Right.
So I just took an oxy torch and blew a hole out.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably, I think it was like a 5/8 plug weld.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, 7/8, somewhere in there.
There was 4 total or 4 on each tube?
Oh,
okay.
Blew all those out. I got grounded them flush.
Yeah.
And then blew out the plug weld all the way through the tube and everything.
Uh-huh.
And then I had cut the tubes to leave, 3-4 inches. I took a piece of 3/8 plate.
Yeah.
Set that on there, welded the shit out of that, threw it in a press, got everything set up.
Mm-hmm.
And it took, I think the one took like 3 tons of pressure to pop it out. And the other was like marginally anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it just like bloop, 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 out, bloop, 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 out. I'm like,
well,
all right then.
On to the next thing.
So that was done. The inner C, same thing. I just torched them pretty well flush.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly competent with a torch.
Yeah.
So I got them pretty close to the inner of the C face with a torch and then ground it smooth until that was all smooth and you start to see that like line.
Mm-hmm.
And then threw them in a press, pushed a little bit on them just to make sure that line was visible all the way around.
Yeah.
And then came back with a torch and just sliced each side.
Speaking of torches, I have a cool thing.
Blew them out. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool thing.
So I saw a video of a guy, like some tool that you can buy or whatever, but it clamps onto like a big pipe, like a pipe liner.
Yep.
You take the oxygen, this acetylene torch, and it like mounts into this, and you fire it all up, and it is fairly close to the pipe, maybe quarter inch away from the pipe, and you got it dialed in, so it's a nice cutting beam or flame coming out of there.
Yep.
As soon as it cuts through, it's got a crank handle and a chain, and you just start cranking it, and it takes the torch all the way around the tube.
It cuts the bevel.
It cuts on an angle and cuts the bevel, and it cuts the whole tube off. And it's super clean.
They make like electric versions of those. It's instead of a hand crank, it's electric. You just flip the motor on, and it's just like a chain drive that
but
drives.
It cuts it too. It cuts it though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a torch.
It's the torch.
Oh, it is the torch.
It's just they make a mechanical version of that. That's electric. That's electric.
So you don't have to crank it.
So that it's a smooth, consistent,
this was nice. Like the comment on it was like, who says torches aren't clean?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you ever seen a guy cut a bevel on like a 2-inch piece of plate with a torch?
Jesus.
By hand? It's fucking impressive. Like, I think I'm good with a torch, and then you watch some shit like that on the internet, and you're like, wow.
How do you do that?
But
anyway, that's my torch talk.
The inner C's took, I think at one point I had about 30 tons on the one. And
wow.
It was a fucking hell of a pop.
Really?
The first one wasn't bad. The first one I probably had 10, 15 tons on.
Because you got close to the weld, but you didn't take the weld completely off.
So you take picture this as the top of the inner C. You grind it flat until that weld's ground flat. And then you got to get that, but it's still just, the little penetration there that you don't want to grind too far because then you're into the inner C.
Right.
So you still have to pop that.
So when it popped, did it pop flush? Like with the tube?
Yeah.
It didn't take any of the inner C with it?
Nope.
Nice.
How
hard was it? So did you have to weld? No. How did you get the press to press against the inner tube?
So you take the C,
right, and
you set it with the 2 press plates
right
under it. And then I took, it was funny enough, I was looking for something that was the right diameter. The 14 bolt tube, I think, is 3.5 inch.
Yeah.
And the 60 tubes are 3 3/4 inch. So I was able to take that, which had a 3/8 piece of plate that I welded on it, and I just put it right on there.
If it's perfect.
Just, yep.
Nice.
But the second one,
there you go. If you're doing this job, take the 14 bolt apart first.
The second one took like 30 some tons.
Yeah.
And then like the first one, it was kind of like pop, pop.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. And then it eventually popped out. The second one, it was up about 30, just a little over 30. And I was like ducking and covering my nuts at the same time. And it just goes boom. And it blew that 14 volt center section or the 14 volt tube nub with the plate like into the sea.
Jeez.
Like, oh yeah. It was a hell of a pop.
Wow.
But it came out.
She
Came
was
out clean.
loaded.
And
That was a good weld.
I was getting impatient. I probably didn't grind that one quite as much as I probably should have. But it's out. So I have got Josh picked up. I don't know. Remember how many feet he said he picked up, to be quite honest with you.
Is that for his project?
Yes.
So he's going to use the same diameter for the Super Duty 60s? Like he's going to use the same diameter tube?
40 foot of 4-inch, half-inch wall tube.
Jesus.
DOM.
That was nice and cheap.
It wasn't expensive. Or it wasn't cheap.
Yeah.
So he picked that up. So I'm going to get a chunk from him, and then I'm going to drop it all off at the local machine shop. And they're going to bore it all out to 4-inch with a nice interference fit. And then we're going to
they're going to bore out
You'll bore out the center section.
Yeah.
To
really?
4-inch.
There's enough meat left.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Huh. Wouldn't have thought
You're going to weld it all up anyway. With
right.
the truss and everything. So it just needs a hole to put it in. They're going to bore that out to 4-inch. Just put a fucking tube in there, weld it all up, drill truss the shit out of it. So you'll bore the center section out to 4-inch. You'll bore the inner C out to 4-inch. You'll probably take a skosh off of the DOM just to knock it to get a true size, just under 4-inch, and then machine it bore it accordingly. But, so we're ready to do that. And then we'll have how
this has escalated from let's go 4-wheeling to it needs rear steer.
Well, it always needed rear steer because it's 134-inch wheelbase.
Yeah.
And I had really no intentions on like upgrading to rear steer for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start researching it and I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know what I want and how to do it. And then I found that axle for $200 and I'm like, okay. So I bought it. And
how much less
slowly turning into
how much less is this one going to cost you than the first one?
It's going to be more expensive, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why?
Well, when you think of, I don't know how I'm going to go with axle shafts yet. So,
okay.
How big do you go with the axle shafts?
Oh, so you don't just order another set from Brannick? You don't just order 4340 inners from Brannick and call it?
Oh,
I just figured I figured that would be good enough.
I mean, it should be.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
might go fucking retard baller. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, buy once, cry once, and anticipate more horsepower in the future.
Yeah.
But I just
didn't
always
upgrade a shaft when you break a shaft on that too. So
if you bought the inners, then you could always upgrade the outers.
Yeah. The thing is, I have to. I don't know. It'll be probably cheaper than the front one.
I just feel like you had so you had the center housing already. That didn't cost you anything. $200. So you're like $200 into it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to buy the tube and take it to the machine shop. What's that, $1,000?
About $300 in tube.
Okay. And then another $200 at the machine shop.
Yep.
Maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 5, 2 to 4.
Yep.
So you're going to have $1,100 in it.
Probably
maybe
$900 in shafts.
Okay. Yep.
New gears, so I'm not including that in the price.
Yeah, because you were buying this anyway for your other one.
Steering ram.
Oh yeah, you have that. I just meant literally getting
high steer.
I just meant getting the 14 steer built.
That'd be about it. Weld on high steer is like $100.
I feel like that's a far cry from the $5,000 that you had, or so estimated for the other one.
Yep. Truss.
Is it just because?
$200.
Do you have all that wrapped up in the?
Oh yeah, that was like complete roller, axle, gears,
okay.
brakes, everything.
I got you. And this one came with brakes and everything. You're going to reuse those? Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
The rotor's looking in pretty good shape. I might have Mike turn them just to knock the
since you're there
shit off of them. Probably put new pads in the calipers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
But it's one of those like the shafts are the expensive part. The pump's the expensive part. Like.
So this is going to be a Super Duty 14?
Yeah, it's a Super 14.
Super 14. Fancy.
Makes me want to build another one.
I know, right?
I love this kind of fab stuff where you cut up to, and the best part was I did all this shit at work because I have the torch and the press and everything's like right there. So I would just like, I got a few extra minutes. I'll go over here and torch this off, and then I'll come back to it in like 3 hours or the next day.
Right.
Because literally that's all I did all week. Like it probably took me 3 or 4 hours, but it took me a week at work to do.
Right.
But like nobody could understand what I'm doing. They're like, so is this the axle you just went and got? And I'm like, no, those parts over there are. Well, then what? And it's like, I'm like, bro, I'm serious. I swear to God, I'm taking 2 axles. I'm cutting the shit out of it and I'm making 1 axle. And of course, then it's just like, well, that's fucking stupid.
Wait, you had one. Why are you making another one?
Why are you cutting it up? You just bought it. Like,
don't worry about it.
We're going to have a badass Super 14.
That's going to be sick.
And it's going to be rear steering. I don't actually have a plan to swap the rear steer in because, like, fuck that. I want to go wheeling.
Yeah.
It's getting worked on in the background.
Can you, so what truss is on the front?
It's an arch. Actually, the truss that's on the front of that is the first production Steer 14 truss that Artec made.
You know where your second one should come from?
I'm building my own this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should not. You should buy it.
Nobody makes one that I like for this axle.
I know a guy.
But like...
You want me to hook you up?
No, not particular. I mean...
Bro, he'll build you anything you want.
Well, I know that,
and
but he also has
than
to have...
dollars?
I don't know. I don't know how you would do that without a lot of custom measuring, which I'm just going to do anyway.
But it'll be cooler if he does it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm open to options, I guess. Let's put it that way.
You should buy it from Jacob.
I was just going to build one out of tube and
just go with it.
Tube and some plate. Call it a day.
I'm trying to get you to buy some ORA stuff.
Oh, I don't need pushing to buy ORA products. They are quite nice. But you're not going to I mean, I need to find out where the C's and all that are going to be because that's all going to be custom. Because I was talking to Rick on the phone earlier this week. And do you center the diff?
Yes.
Why?
Because you set your drive line up for that.
Okay. So now you have 2 different length inner shafts.
Oh,
because the 14 bolt is not a centered diff.
No, I think I would move it. I would make it so that both shafts are the same length. I don't think that's going to make a big difference in the drive line. Do you?
I'm running a 2-piece rear shaft, so I can move my carrier bearing left or right.
Yeah.
As long as you're within 8 degrees, you're fine.
Yes, I would definitely make both rear shafts the same length.
So see, I need to do some like legit measuring and shit now get it all laid out before I take this stuff to the machine shop. So it's kind of one of those, I did the easy part. Now I have to do the homework, the research, make it all right, and then finish it up and then spend the money on the backside. So
that'd be awesome. I wish that the center chunk for a steering 9 was not so damn expensive for a high 9. That would be nice.
I know a guy that's working on some stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish the center chunk, like, he can build that part reasonable, but like
a Fab 9.
Yeah. For the front.
Just saying, maybe you should just stay tuned and we'll have some info on this podcast one day and you'll be buying an axle.
Let's be honest. If I put a Fab 9 up front and leave the 9 that's in the rear, I should theoretically be good for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep. I'm just saying, maybe here coming soon, we'll have some info for you.
And then when somebody's like, oh man, you should go to 1 tons, I'm like, no.
Don't need to.
Don't need to.
Fab 9s.
Yeah, Fab 9s is all I need in my life. Can be like 2-door Rob.
Yes. So that's all I've got.
Okay. We're wrapping up this episode.
We can wrap it up.
Thanks for coming back.
Next week's going to be an interesting little podcast episode.
Only the cool people stuck around this long, and you already know where to find us. But just in case you're new here, go check us out on Facebook and go find the Trail Riders page, Total Off-Road Podcast Trail Riders on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram at total_offroad_podcast. You can check my personal page out at low_KEE_XJ, and Ian can be found at offroad_Ian. And check us out on TikTok, offroad_. Damn it. I give up. Total Off-Road Podcast over on TikTok. That's how you can find us. Go to the website, order a Nug sticker, a Nug Life sticker. You need one in your life. Let's be honest. They're available $3. And if the Ian's got the shipping fixed, then it won't be that much to ship it, like $1. And what else, Ian? They need anything else from the website?
Nope. I have some orders that need to go out that I've been terribly lazy with.
Did you order the new merch yet?
Nope. I've been, dude, this week has been
So
hard,
worthless.
core, behind the scenes work, and not any of it has been for this podcast. And I apologize to everyone, but I promise you it's all worth it. You
should all send angry messages to Ian about getting new merch because I want the new merch in my hands.
Yep.
And we can't have it until he gets it.
I know.
So chop, motherfucker.
I've got so many irons in the fire right now that they're all boiling over.
Send some messages.
I need to just make some more money.
Irons in the fire.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, that's the end of this show, and we'll catch you on the trail.